Oh, hey everybody. Tonight's special is a podcast introducing. Oh, I don't even have a button for this. I'm gonna have to remember to click over here. So here's our talk show. Just milking it. Yay. Oh, special guest Kawai-Obsessed. Yay. Woo.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. Hey, welcome to Just Milking It, where we pick a subject and, quite frankly, we just milk it as much as we can. Oh, you know what? I never pulled up. Did I send you? Oh, I sent it to me. Okay.
Somewhat.
The list of things to talk about.
Okay.
The heads up, heads up in this YouTube video, most likely. If you hear our dog bark, that's not on us. That's on you. She's like over there, and she's like whining.
I
Anyways,
don't know
forget
why
this
she's
dog.
so crazy.
I don't. I think she thinks someone's here. Maybe we should have let her out so she could have free roamed,
Okay.
just to see that there's nobody here. But other than that, it doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, welcome to Just Milking It. I'm your host. Well, dang it. Tonight's co-host is Kawai-Obsessed, and we're gonna be talking about all things anime, mostly the beginning of which when we got into anime, and I don't know, maybe when you got into anime. Uh, add a comment down below, or say it on the comments on live here on Twitch. Ooh. Anyways, do you have anything to say? Start things
Me?
off. Do you want? Yeah,
Oh,
and you can say anything you want.
thank you for having me. And, feel free, anyone watching, to interrupt, ask your questions, have thoughts, anything that we say, let us know. I'd like to talk more about stuff.
Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Welcome, welcome. Yes, sit back, relax, get yourself a nice drink, maybe a hot tea, and get yourself a nice blanket, and just relax, chill, And let's see here. Let's start off with our first question. First question is, how long have you been watching anime?
That's a good question. Do you want to go first on that one?
I think mine would be longer.
Okay. Okay, so for me, it's only actually been a couple years. Growing up, I was not allowed to watch anime. It was just banned in our house. It was always, oh, turn that crap off and stuff like that. So growing up, didn't get to watch it at all. Um,
Not even
only
Pokemon?
got not even
Because
definitely not
you're
Pokemon.
my sister's age, and like we were
Hmm.
watching Pokemon when I was like in elementary school. I'm
Nope, definitely not.
31, so I must have been like 10, 9 years old in elementary, and like
Mm.
when Pokemon started and all that. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, nothing. We weren't allowed. The closest thing I ever got was in the mornings when my mom was already at work and I had to get ready for school by myself. I got to watch a litlittle bit of Digimon. Uh Sometimes I did,
Was that
but
ABC
that was about
Family?
it.
Was that on
I don't
ABC
remember, to be
Family?
honest.
Because
I don't
that's where
remember.
if it wasn't on channel 6, which is like WB, then it would be on ABC Family. It's just little
Yeah, I
weird
don't
things,
remember.
little weird things. Uh,
No, well,
damn.
we didn't have cable growing up, so it was like whatever was there, and you just kinda had to flip through and,
Yeah.
figure out what was there, and it was just a little bit while getting ready for school that I could watch, and then that was it. That was all I could really see. But yeah, so basically didn't get into anime till just a couple years ago, till you and I met, and then you kind of
What is
introduced me
like?
to it.
What is a couple of years? Do you have a number on that?
I would say 3 or 4 years now.
I'd say four
I
or
think,
five,
yeah, for
but
4.
that's just me. Because I
Really?
would say 2016, 2017.
Maybe.
Was
Yeah,
it
I can't remember an
2021?
exact year. Yeah, I can't remember an exact year now.
Something like that.
Um, yeah, it hasn't been very long, basically. It's
Yeah.
just, with just learning it from you and you showing me, a couple things that you were interested in, and then kind of getting into it on my own as well. I think like you showed me a couple things here and there, and then I got really into Korean soap operas for a
Which
while.
we'll hold that
Um
off. We'll hold that off.
yeah, we'll
That
talk
that
about
would be the
that
next part. Well,
later.
not the next part. But okay,
Okay.
so interesting that you kind of got cock blocked by mom. It was weird because like talking to you, you were very casual. You know, as soon as I talked to you, you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so into books." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool, and it's just like very casual stuff. Like, oh wow, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Um, but I always knew there was like this potential that like, man, I bet like if she likes a good book, a good anime show, or a good manga is just, you know, you just can't fucking beat that. Sorry, books.
Yeah.
I don't know actually how you feel like a good book versus a really good anime series. Like, who would win?
I think they're different though.
That's a
Like
different
a
subject
book
for a
is
different
different.
show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean it's a good thing to talk about because I think a lot of people don't really correlate that book readers can be into anime too. Like I feel like people think that's like two different types of nerd,
Yeah,
and I mean it can be definitely, but it doesn't, not
I
necessarily because it's both like
yeah
unique worlds and fantastical worlds and,
yeah.
unique stories. So it makes sense that they kind of go in hand, and someone who likes books would like anime or mangas, and then someone who likes that would also be into books. So
I mean,
it makes sense.
I like the pictures. You know, I like that I can read and I got all these artworks and drawings. So, I mean, like
Yeah.
that's kind of like a win. Sorry, books, but books are just words. Words
Yeah.
suck.
Well, and coffee powered Necco, yeah, you're right. Games too. I mean, it's all like the same, it's the same concept, but I guess it's hard kind of going with what you're saying, Tony, is some people, the reading part is what's not fun. It has to be like the visual part. And for you, it's games and anime. And for me, it's reading and
Hmm.
anime. So I get it where it's like kind of different things, but they are similar, like they are
Yeah.
connected in certain ways.
Now, going back to me, um, for me, what started, uh, I have here like what's my first anime show, but I have to.
Mm.
It's not even a show really, but I recall even before Pokemon, because I was living in Chicago. I must have been first, second grade. Uh,
Mm.
I'm like living in this townhouse with my whole family, and I'm upstairs away from everyone, and I'm watching. I'm like skipping through like channels, right? And then I see something I've never
Mhm.
seen before, and it was anime, and it was
Mm.
so very gory. There was nudity, there was monsters, there was all this stuff, and I was like blown away from this like 7 year old, like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like this, and I recall it so much because I guess it was like maybe traumatizing for me, but it was it was called Ninja Scroll Resurrection. Hold on, really quick. Ninja Scroll
Mhm.
Resurrection. Yeah, no, it wasn't that. Well, anyways, it was something Ninja Scroll Resurrection. Had to do with like three ninjas, and they all had like sacred weapons, and they're all unique, and it was really cool. And then I actually rewatched it later on in my life, and I was like, holy fuck, this was even better. Holy fuck.
Mhm.
But anyways, so at a very early age, around like 8 and 9, and then after that, I had basic cable, so it was like Pokemon, Digimon, whatever was on WB, Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't get like action, like violent anime till Toonami came out for Cartoon Network. Cowboy
Mhm.
Bebop, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, like stuff that like honestly you definitely missed out. Like this is stuff that was like, holy fuck, this is good. This is really good. Holy shit. Like you would watch Looney Tunes and then you'd watch this and you're like, oh my god, I think I'm developing how story writing works in my head here. It was it was so good. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like you had access to a lot more. Well, I think also because you had cable, so you
Yeah,
had access to
cable.
the good stuff. I
Even
never
with
even had that access. We never had cable growing up.
I
So,
think even with like basic cable came with ABC Family, and like sometimes on
yeah.
like after school specials and stuff, you know, they would have very light, censored anime. But even with cable, you would get WB like card captures. Holy shit, that was censored as fuck. That show is
Oh yeah.
censored. Holy
Here
shit,
in America, yeah.
it was crazy censored. Um, let's see here. I'm an all around. Give it to me. Wash it down with coffee. I was 9 and my life was changed.
Agreed.
Rabbit ears. Rabbit ears. I'm gonna say
What did you
yes.
watch? What did you watch, Coffee Powered Neko? What was your first anime? Do you remember? You said your life was changed, so I'm assuming you remember.
Unless it's cold rabbit ears. Cause then
Astro Boy,
Astro Boy.
gotcha.
Damn, that's the good stuff too. That's
A
some OG
classic.
stuff. Yeah. Oh, that one's
The
good too.
Macross.
It's
I've
a
never heard of Macross.
it was before Transformers, but they were like machines that can transform, but people would pilot them. And they would fight aliens coming into
Uh,
their like planet Earth in the future. Oh, and Robotech.
Gotcha. So
Robotech
like
and
mechs.
Microcross are almost the same. Star
Okay,
Blazers.
okay.
Yeah, see, he's talking about stuff that you wouldn't even know about. You wouldn't even know.
Mm-mm.
This is like 70s and 80s anime. Like this is stuff that
Yeah.
this is like OG of the OG, you know? Stuff that you'd be like, "Ah,
Yeah.
this is stuff that would like build into like what we watch today, you know? If it wasn't for shows like that,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make younger people into super into anime and then give us like I don't know. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, you know? Thank you, Robotech. Now I'm encouraged to write that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, and I think today's anime expectations are different too. You know, back then, yeah, you could watch a really like you really like Gundam, and I can't get into Gundam. It's so political. It's so much
not
talking.
Yeah,
And
not a
I think
lot of them
today's
though.
audience, yeah, but today's audience, I don't think could get into something like that. I think it's too much. Like there's not enough action, there's not enough payoff, there's not enough like, yeah, that was a great episode. Woohoo. It I don't think today in today's world that that would be successful
I would
because
disagree. I'm gonna disagree there.
really?
Yeah, there's still
Okay.
it Gundam. No matter what, is gonna always be popular. No matter it doesn't matter the story.
Uh,
It's always gonna be popular. Even like there's just so many different series. The ones I
yeah.
watch, I mean, like the top two of my favorite Gundam series. Gundam Wing, super hardcore politics stuff. And then you have G
Mm.
Gundam. It's basically Dragon Ball Z with robots. It's nothing but fucking fighting. And it's like, it's all about fighting. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z. I swear. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z. So you have two Gundam shows, completely different. And then you have the Builder
Mm.
one. You have Gundam Builder, which has nothing to do with politics. And it's about a tournament about kids getting actual Gundam kits, building them, and they get to play them and fight them.
Yeah.
You know? It's so it's
Mhm.
like stuff like that where it's like, oh, I guess I understand it, and it's like, oh, there's always shows that it seems like it's like this, you know, and it's like
Mhm.
all the, for example, going off, when you would say like all Gundams feel like they're politic, it would be like the same thing of saying all reincarnation shows are just people that have played video games before.
Oh, I see what you're
And
saying.
that's it. They
Yeah,
all know about video games. That's the only reason
yeah.
they be reincarnated. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
can see your point there, but I mean specifically just the series that are really drawn out and more focused on the talking aspect of it. Because the only one that I can think of that might be that's recent, that might be a little bit similar to that is a show called How a Realist Hero Built a Kingdom, something like that, something similar to that. And that one's a lot more political. I haven't watched that one yet, but I've heard amazing things about that one. Um, but I also have heard, I've also heard where it's a struggle to get through because it really is more political. So I think in today's anime world, they're looking more for those action, for the more quick payoff type animes rather than the long ones where, you have 500 episodes. I mean, One Piece, of course, is the ultimate exception here
I
with
mean, there's
the
a lot of
1,000th episode
shows.
next month.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
shows, you'd be
but
surprised.
but a lot of them, are shorter these days. They're, 12 episodes or 24 episodes
Well,
a
hold on, hold on,
season,
hold on.
kind of
You're
keep
going
people
too far. You're going
interested.
too far. We got plenty to talk about. Relax, relax.
Just
Um,
making points, following the
yeah, yeah.
conversations.
Don't worry. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's take it back. So we asked. The first question was how long have you been watching anime, and then how did you get into watching anime? Yeah. How did you get into watching it?
So it kind of fell on me. So like like I said, you showed me some of it, and then kind of on my own, I got into the Korean soap operas, started watching a lot of those, a lot of just Asian soap operas in general. And then I think that kind of led me more to where I was watching that and it was like, "Oh, this anime is similar." So I was like, "Sure, I'll try out this anime." And then I would watch the anime and then I started getting really into it and I was like, "Oh, I love this. I love this genre." I started out with romance anime. And that was what I was really interested in at first. And then I started expanding into, action and more and then just um it just kind of exploded from there. I just suddenly got really into it and
Yeah.
just kind of enjoyed that.
I
I
think.
see some things going on in chat,
Yeah,
so I
don't
don't want to
worry.
miss
You're
that.
good. You're good. Or I'm not gonna stop you from talking, so you never have to worry about that. But I want to say, for someone that's like so new, we're gonna say 4 or 5 years, right? For you. So
Mhm.
for someone so new to anime and stuff, right? My question is not it's not hard to get into a story, but it's hard to get
Mhm.
into another culture's like
Yeah.
how they express, how they talk, the little gimmicks they
Yeah.
do, the facial expressions. What does that sound mean? Why is there a drop there? Why is
Yeah.
his nose bleeding? There's
There
a lot to
definitely was that
learn.
time period.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot to
Mhm.
learn. Whereas a book, you just know Michael picks up the knife and stabs John. Well, I know he picks up a knife and kills John, so that's given. So I think
Well,
something like
yeah.
that is like hard. I think that's just like something because when you tell someone like you've never read anything, you've never watched it. Oh, dude, anime's super tight. You have to watch it. But you never hear like, all right, well, um, besides this is what the show's about. You're gonna need to know water drops. Those are sweat marks. They usually mean they're like, oh, this is getting a little
Yeah.
sweaty here. Bleeding nose, most likely it's a pervert moment. And don't worry, that's a normal thing. Everyone's very pervert, very hentai in this. Okay, that's another term.
Yeah.
You'll learn that too. That's stuff that you don't talk about.
Yeah,
You
I
never bring that
definitely
up.
agree with you there. Yeah, I agree with you there, and I definitely think there was, and I don't know if you remember this, but there was definitely a time period where I was like, "Wait, what does that expression mean?" Or what is the subtlety here? I don't get
Oh,
what
wait a minute.
they're hinting at.
Can you repeat that?
What's that?
I think we had you lag a little.
Oh, sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
I was just saying, yeah, there definitely was some weirdness at first trying to understand scenes, understand certain things. You don't get the subtleties at first. You definitely don't when you first start
Yeah.
anime. It is good to have someone who's more experienced with anime just kind of being like, "Oh, like this is what this means," or "Oh, it's funny because of this." And then you start to pick up on it after a while and you start to see, the theme throughout all the different types of anime, all the little subtleties that you needed to learn in order to actually get the anime and really enjoy it. So there were definitely times where I had to ask you, wait, I don't get this. I don't know what this meant or things like that. And I remember too, there was an anime you showed me where it was like about her otaku husband or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Um and that
My
whole
I think it was like my husband's an otaku or
something
an
like
otaku.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just has to do with her being casual. I remember because
Yeah.
I wanted to show it to you because you were very casual and you weren't into this.
Mhm.
And here I watched this little mini series that had to do with uh this girl and this guy that they just dated for a little bit and they got married, but he's super into anime, loves games, reads the manga, he's like
Yeah.
super cultured into it. And she literally is just really good at her job. She likes to smoke. She likes to go out to drink, and she's very casual. And that's
Yeah.
it. And then you just have these two.
Yeah.
So watching something like this, like, oh man, this is hilarious. I have to show my girlfriend, and only for you to be like,
Yeah.
this is going way too fast. They're like
Yeah, I
talking like
remember
this. I
that.
don't know what's going on. I don't get these
I remember that
references.
because we watched it with subtitles, and I was
Yeah.
there like, "Okay, I can't read the subtitles and watch it at the same time." I was like, "I don't understand what's going on." And then even just the jokes in that and throughout that show, I did not understand at all. I was like, "I don't get why this is funny," or "I don't get why he is doing that," or I remember specifically there was a scene where the husband had her put on cat ears, and he was, like, all excited, and, like, there was, like, this whole episode about that, and I was like, why is that special? Like, that doesn't make sense. Why are cat ears special? And then it was just this whole thing,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
that's
yeah,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
there is that
What'd
too.
she say too? He was like, "Oh, she wanted to go
Trying
out.
to remember.
She wanted to go out," and he says, "I don't know. I'm really tired." And she says, "If I make a cat sound, would that make you want to go
Yes,
out?" And
she
he'd be like,
meowed for him, yeah,
"Yeah." And he's like, "Maybe." And she was
yes,
like,
and I
"Meow." And then they were like in the car instantly. And you're like, "What just happened? Why?"
yeah,
And like I got it because it's like, "Oh, he just like got all right." It just
yeah, and I
quick
didn't.
jokes
I
like
was like,
that, you
"Why?
know?
What like,
Yeah.
what's the point of that?" But yeah, but that's exactly what it was. So
It's
it
funny
was, like,
thinking
something you
back,
didn't
huh?
get.
It's funny
Yeah,
thinking
it
back.
is,
You're
it's
like,
so
wow, that's so
weird.
weird. I get that now. I don't need anyone to
Yeah,
like. Why would they just cut to that next
explain it,
scene? Like,
yeah,
what does that mean? But like quick reference
yeah.
stuff. It's just stuff that,
Mhm.
weirdly enough, you have to like learn. It's weird
Yeah.
because it's like with books, you just need to learn how to read
Mhm.
and have a sense of humor and
Yeah.
logic. But with anime, you just have to learn, especially with like comedies, the comedic timing of switching to a scene. Because normal like
Yeah.
shows, like American shows, don't usually do that. It's like,
Mhm.
hey, can you do this one thing? Sure, da da, and then just go straight to like the next scene. Like, oh,
Yeah. I
weird.
think you phrased it really nicely too. It's saying it's the Japanese culture. It's the anime cultures. You have to learn about that culture in order to
Yeah.
really enjoy it because if you don't know anything then yeah, you're going in blind. You don't really get the subtleties. You don't get the point of things. So you need to learn about it first in order to be like, "Oh, I get this joke. It's hilarious. Haha." Or, "Ooh, this is an awkward scene," or stuff like that. So yeah, you said it right. I mean, it's the culture of anime. It's learning that and then being able to actually appreciate it because you actually know what everything means.
Now, um, for me, I
Mhm.
besides like, what's the question? How did you get into it? Well, I mean, I got into watching it by myself, really. But I mean,
Mhm.
like having friends at a young age, elementary school, middle school. I mean, like we all were watching it. We were all talking about it. No kid
Mhm.
in elementary school in like early 2000s, right?
Mhm.
And like early, like late 90s and early 2000s, no kid was not talking about Dragon Ball Z. Did you just fucking watch that
Mhm.
scene where Vegeta got his ass handed to him? Dude, I fucking saw it. That was crazy. Imagine going from he's a child and then he becomes a teenager and then he just like beats the shit out of this giant ape. We haven't even gone to like the crazy stuff for like today where he's a god now. We haven't
Mhm.
even got to that. It's just like it's new anime, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, this shit is fucking nuts." Dragon
Mhm.
Ball, Dragon Ball Z was the first show. They even like referenced it in other shows, like going to the next level. So like when
Mhm.
Goku goes to Super Saiyan, it's kind of like, how can Bleach do that? How does One Piece do that? How does Naruto do that? Naruto literally goes to the next level by skipping like a year or two. Goes from Naruto,
Mhm.
then Naruto Shitty Poopin'. I can
Mhm.
never pronounce his name. But One Piece does it too with its Super Saiyan, where
Mhm.
he does his little gear thing where he like pumps his blood to
Oh
increase his
yeah.
stuff, and
Mhm.
then for Bleach there is a scene where he's in like this no time zone place and he trains for another 2 years. Everyone does like 2 years. I don't know why it's so special for 2 years, but everyone trains for 2 years, and now it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm a Super Saiyan now. Yeah, Naruto Shitty Poopin'. That's right,
Yeah,
man. That's a great
it's we
show.
always calls it,
It
yeah.
is a great show, packed full of everyone's favorite flashbacks,
Yeah.
and fillers. Fuck. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, for me, it was like I get to
Mhm.
watch anime and I get to go, and it was just like a nice, fun, water the hole
Mhm.
talk with like friends and stuff. And it's like, did you watch Naruto? Did
Yeah.
you watch this? I mean, not to mention like getting on the bus.
Mhm.
Um, we had the Shojin a weekly, and it's this thick, thick manga, right? It's not really a manga; it's more
Mm-hmm.
like a magazine. But you had this thick manga with one chapter of every series for that week. So you'd get a chapter of
Mm-hmm.
One Piece, you get a chapter of Naruto, you get a chapter of Bleach, and you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like this is crazy!" Not like having multiple chapters in one little manga for that, issue 1 or issue 2. You would just get one chapter or something, and you get the whole week
Mm-hmm.
like different ones. Like, wow, look at it. I mean, like, I don't. I'm sure they still do that. I just don't see it anymore
I don't know.
because it's like that's a great way of like finding a new manga to get into. They still
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I've never seen them. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Well, I wanted to mention too, I mean, Neko mentioned this, but that he didn't have friends that did that. I didn't either. I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but like I didn't know people who watched anime. Like I had those kids growing up, like there were those kids in my school, but like they were the quiet kids. They were the ones who kind of kept to themselves, and it just wasn't prevalent. We didn't talk about it, like it wasn't cool in my school to watch anime. It's just kind of where I grew up, I
I
guess. I
bet
don't
you
know.
it was cool. It was just the kids far away from the lunch where everyone else is eating. They're like by the pillars or something. They're like in the shadows wearing all black. The ones that are like, those people look weird. But if you go over and ask them, like,
I
hey,
love it.
what's going on in Naruto? They'll be like, Sasuke's not talking to anyone anymore, but he's pretty cool. He's learning all these shadow stuff, jutsu stuff. It's pretty awesome. And you're like, God
Mm.
damn it. Let's talk after school, you know?
Yeah. No, I did want to mention, so CFG, you asked what my introductory anime was. That's actually a really good question there too.
Wait.
Kind of
You can't say it. You can't say it because
why?
that's the fourth question. You gotta wait. You gotta wait.
You no. I want to answer his question. He asked it a while ago. We missed it. So I wanted to talk about this one though because it kind of it's kind of funny. So I said that you showed me that my husband is an otaku. So I saw that, and then he also showed me Shin-chan, which at the time when we watched it, I was like, this is so stupid. Like I was like, this I mean, I still don't think it's in my taste.
It's
But
good.
I
I
just
don't
was
know.
like, I
It's
don't
great.
get this. But then the actual no, you showed
Wait.
me.
Repeat. You froze again. It's a
Yeah, I
lag
seem to
spike.
be
It's
having
just
a
a lag spike. That happens.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the first one though that you actually showed me was Inuyasha. And I
Oh,
didn't think
you
at first
gotta
I'd get
stop. You
into
can't
it.
talk. You can't talk about it. Hold on. All right, I wrote these questions. You gotta answer them in order. I'm sorry. You gotta hold them. You gotta hold it. Sorry. Listen. Let's go to the next question. Okay. Uh,
Sorry, CHG is making me.
sorry. You're just gonna have to stay here longer. Sorry. All right. Look. The next question. What came first for you? I mean, like now I'm kind of I'm thinking it's anime, but what came first, manga or an anime show?
Yeah, definitely anime for me. Mangas were a lot more recent. I would say maybe 2 years ago. Um, but definitely animes came first for me.
Yeah, I think the same for me. Nothing really like I didn't get a manga for years. I didn't get it for like
Hmm.
maybe till high school. No, maybe late middle school. Anyways, so yeah, I mean it was a lot easier to watch anime versus buying a manga,
Yeah.
you know?
Especially as a kid, yeah.
Yeah. Plus early like you didn't get to experience this. 1 second. Hey, ABT Silence, thank you so much for the raid. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Just Milking It. We're talking about anime stuff from our I don't know what you say, starting out. Whereas I've had like almost 20 plus years of anime experience, we have Kawai-Obsessed here, who's just recently basically got into anime 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Um, what I was gonna say is, I think, see, you're missing out on the part where you can go to Barnes and Noble, or you can go to a used
Mhm.
bookstore. You can get anime mangas. Excuse me, you can get mangas right there. For me, at
Mhm.
a young age, very not a lot of places here in America that were like selling mangas. You know, there
Yeah.
was maybe like one small library um in at the mall, and then Barnes and Noble started picking them up too. And so like, but we didn't
Mhm.
get Barnes and Noble for like in my area for quite some time. So the fact that it was just this whole
Mhm.
section of like mangas, like holy shit, wow,
Mhm.
it's like Shoujin Jump on this fucking wall. That's awesome. It's crazy that it's
Yeah.
like now I can go and I can just order it from Amazon. But before
Yeah.
it's like I
Yeah.
had to wait. I couldn't. I had to like look around, maybe talk to some kids. When they opened this anime store when I was in high school, I literally shit bricks. Wow, a store literally about anime? That's crazy.
That's funny. Yeah,
Um,
I don't think I ever got into anime stores until like the last couple years. Or I didn't know they existed, I should say. So definitely more of a recent find for me. But
yeah.
yeah, I definitely get that. I mean, especially when you're a kid, you have, and especially, I mean, growing up when we did, there's
Hold on.
things that
Lag
you could
spike. Lag
really
spike.
do.
Repeat that.
Oh, just when we were growing up, that there's just so many limited options of what you could really access. And yeah, you're right. Right now, I mean, you can go to Barnes and Noble and you have a great selection. Amazon has an amazing selection, and Amazon's actually where I tend to get most of my mangas, just because they have so much there from so many different publishers.
Yeah.
And I mean, Amazon Prime, you get them fast. So you finish one, you're like, "Oh my god, I need the second one." You can have that the same day, and you don't have to wait, you don't have to wait to get them. And CFG, you said back in the day was way expensive. Yeah, I mean, right now a manga is like 12 bucks. Like that's nothing. It's so cheap just for a single book. That's great. So yeah, it's a lot easier to get mangas nowadays.
Okay. Speaking of mangas,
Mhm.
what was your first manga?
So I have a little trouble remembering.
I have to look mine up,
Um,
but I'm listening. Love Hina.
yeah, 12 bucks is cheap, Neko. Um, let's see.
In fact,
I
everyone in
think
chat, can we also hear what yours for your first manga was as well? But please go on.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, Neko.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, just for like the ease of access of having that manga. I mean, definitely we go to like Bookman's now or even like half price books, and they have a ton of manga too, and they're cheaper because they're secondhand, but just having the access to it is amazing too. Um, oh, but I think my first manga was actually one that you bought me, and I think it was Takane and Hana. I think that was my first one because I was at the time, I think I was really into romance anime. And you
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, you should look at,
Yeah. Yeah,
something
you're
like
right.
a romance manga." Yeah. So I think you got me that, and I was like, "All right, like I'll try mangas because you said." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this one." And then I ended up getting into the whole series. And I mean, ever since, that's one of my favorite series. I mean, lately CFG games, I mean, you know my feeling on the late books of Takane and Hana, but definitely one of my all-time favorites. Um, but yeah, I would say I think that's my first one. What about you?
For me, I was quite a pervy kid, right? So like any opportunity I can get like
You were?
porn on my hands, uh, I would take that opportunity. So here we are at the library, the mall, the small little library mall. It was just a bookstore. I don't know why I keep calling it a library. The small bookstore at the mall. They had this section of anime, right? And I'm there. I think it was like my birthday or something. And so I'm there. I got like 4 or 5 guy friends. We're all looking like, yeah, I'm gonna read the new Dragon Ball book. I'm gonna read the new One Piece, the new Naruto. And I'm over here looking at Love Hina. And I'm like, whoa, this is dope. It's like all chicks. But I'm dyslexic. And like at that early age, reading was fucking like a nightmare for me. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
So here's this like cover of the main characters from Love Hina, and they were all in beach outfits. They're all practically naked, and I was like, sold, and I bought it. And so like going, I love that series by the way. I love that series so much, even with all the pervy scenes in it. But Uh, Buying it because there was nudity. There's no tits or anything. You just see the, you don't see any nudity, but you see the outlines. But like, it's funny because going home and like we're all talking about our what we picked up and stuff, and after everyone left, I really sat down and I really tried to read it. You know, a book for me at that young age, I'm thinking like 10 or something, 10, 11. Not very like, yes, suggested nudity. Not very good for me. I just couldn't do it. But at least with like a manga, I can see their expressions on their face. I'm like, oh, this is a bad thing, you know.
Mm.
And it just so
Mm-hmm.
happens that the one I picked up, that there is actually a really sad ending, and it's like kind of cliffhangs. So I try like understanding what's going on, and next thing you know, I'm like
Mm-hmm.
hooked on it. It's not even about nudity anymore. Now I'm like, holy shit, this is making me feel really
It's
special. I ended up loving the show so much that when we got a printer, I print out all of the girls' faces and I got to put them on my wall. I was like, yay, I love this show. I love that. Fuck. I then bought the whole series, and like
mm-hmm.
it was awesome. That was like my first anime. That's my first manga series. I was like, wow, so good. You
Yeah.
know what? I didn't even think of a. Here's a really good question. Um, but I didn't have it anymore. But I guess we'll just lean into it, seeing how we're talking about mangas. But that's the thing. That's the thing a serial killer would do. Shh, quiet, okay? All their pictures, there. It was fine. It was fine. I loved all of them. Katsuni was the best, dude. She was the fox girl. She was the best. But I loved reading it. But when I found out they had a show, I lost my mind. And so when I watched the show, it was trash. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And so here's the question for you: have you ever
Mm-hmm.
read something, and then when you went to watch the show, you were like, "Holy fuck, this is terrible."
I think, let's see.
You know, it
I
doesn't even
think
have to
a
be "Holy fuck,
few.
it's terrible," but it's just not good. Like, I'd rather just read this now.
Right, right. I think the ones that I've read so far, I tend to stick with my series. I don't start new ones too often. I like the ones that I have.
Yeah,
I think every one that I've read so far, I think there's only a few that have actually been made into animes. And so far, the ones that I have seen are actually not bad. They're relatively good, or at least they follow the
yeah,
books good enough where I'm happy with it.
yeah.
So, and
I feel
NECA, you said same thing with books to movies. Yeah, I feel like books I've had a harder time, or I've encountered that more, where them going to movies or even shows have been awful. But I think I've been lucky in that sense almost because a lot of the mangas I've read haven't had their anime adaptations yet. So
hmm, interesting.
I think, yeah,
I think the
I
only one
the
that can
couple that I
like
have.
off the top of my head,
Mhm.
Way of the Husbando,
Oh, yes. You're totally right there. That one was
or Way of
definitely
the House
disappointing.
Husband. I don't know why I said
Yeah.
Husbando. Way of the House Husband. That was
It's
terrible.
automatic.
Thanks a lot,
It was
Netflix.
awful.
Thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Netflix. You fucked up.
It was just frustrating. It was like they released the trailer and they talked about it as if they were actually making an anime, but really all they did was just put the actual scenes from the book on the screen. Like that's all they did, and they just added transitions. That was
And like
all they did. Like there
effects.
was no point.
They
Yeah,
would have the
exactly. There
mouth
was no
move.
point.
There was more animation
Mhm.
and mouths moving than like anything else.
Yeah,
It was really
exactly.
bad. So
There
bad.
was no point to it. Yeah. And I mean, we stopped watching it. I was like, I'm not going to give this show my money. I'd rather give or buy the mangas and let the author directly feel the support than have Netflix feel support for this piece of crap that
Yeah,
they
it was
made. This
not good.
horrible thing that basically stole the author and the illustrations and and claimed it to be this new and unique thing to get viewers for no reason. And it was very disappointing, and I don't think that was right to do. I think that's like an insult to the
Yeah.
author
But
and the
but know
illustrator
that
just to be like that.
but no, they still bought the rights from them. So it's not like you got
Yeah,
completely screwed over. but it just made it
Yeah, but
like, oh,
it's
I don't
more of a
know.
pride thing though. It's more of a all they did was take the illustrations and put them on the screen. Like that's not the same thing as, oh,
Yeah.
we made an anime adaptation. Like that's totally different.
I can't think of
So,
any other anime show that does that. I can't think of any show that I've watched all my life. I've
mm,
never seen anything where it feels like it's just I'm reading a manga on TV.
I've seen
It's
a
weird.
couple, but not ones that I've actually seen or
Yeah.
read the mangas to begin with. So, I don't know. They're definitely disappointing. Like you can tell when the animation is pretty low quality,
Speaking of
and
an
it's always disappointing.
speaking of animation, hey, what's
Mhm.
your first anime show? We got to it! Yay! Yay! We got to the
So good.
question. What's your first anime show?
So as I was saying, um, no, I think I mean you showed me those little ones, but I think my first actual full manga was or pardon, anime was Inuyasha. I
Yeah.
think is what you showed me first.
Oh yeah.
And we watched that all the way through.
We watched
Um
dubs, and that really like welcomed you into
yeah.
that world.
Yeah, I definitely I had to start with dub. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do subtitles at first. I mean, trying to read and watch the show at the same time, all while still learning, what everything meant and what the scenes meant and all of that. That was really hard
Like the
at
trip
first. I
they
mean,
do, like
definitely at
when
first.
anime shows do the trip. Like what is that? Why are they
Yeah.
tripping? What does that mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the tripping. It just
Yeah, exactly.
you just gotta watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but that was my first one, and I think that got me really into it. Um, Neko, I haven't seen Yasuhime yet. It's on my to watch list. I waited because I wanted there to be multiple episodes so I could actually really get into it. I'm kind of weird about that. I don't really like just watching the first episode and then waiting a week and then having to watch another episode. I kind of that messes me up a little bit. I can't get into a series as much. I am doing that a little bit with the new show, Tacked Off Destiny. That one, and we'll have to talk about that one because that's an interesting one I want to bring up. But so I waited. So now that there's a lot of episodes, I want to get into it. I saw some clips of some juicy stuff happening, and I saw some things with Sashomaru or what looks like Sashomaru. So I have to get back into it. Because I love Sashomaru.
I love that you say
He my
classy.
husband though.
I love that you say who Shishomaru is your husband though?
Sashomaru. He might be. I do like him a lot. I do like him a lot. He was my favorite.
We'll talk about that near the end. We've been trying to think of her husband though this whole time, and of course she's gonna
Yes.
pick Shishomaru. As soon as like he
Maybe.
pops in, she's kind of like, so who's that guy? What's his deal? And why is he so mysterious? He doesn't
He
talk a
looked
lot.
cool. He looks really cool, and
I
you're like,
like,
"Oh, like, that's
yeah, but
interesting."
you would watch and be like, so like Inuyasha, he's like a demon dog, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. And like Shamru is a dog. Oh, he's a wolf. Oh, what? I didn't know he was a demon wolf. I love wolves. Wolves are so cool. Like, calm down. We're rooting for
Yeah, yeah.
Inuyasha. Calm down. I know, but like, does
What
Kagami
can I
deal with
say as
it?
my introduction?
She was like hooked on it. I was like, man, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's a good thing you didn't watch anime at such an early age. You would find those guys all the time. Like, so you seem really tall and mysterious. Are you a demon wolf by chance?
There you go.
Did you like Twilight?
So I was into the books
Don't
and
give me a
then
long
like
story. Just
before
give me yes or no.
no, but I have to explain it because when you ask nowadays, people are like, "Oh, you like Edward," and they think of the movies. The thing is I liked the books, so
Right.
I read it when it came out, immediately when it
Okay.
came out, and I was into the books,
Yeah.
and then they made the movies.
Yeah.
No
Don't
one
worry.
knew about the book.
Yeah.
No, I have to explain.
Don't worry about the
Have
movies. I
to
just want to
explain.
know vampires
I
or
have to explain.
werewolves. Which one?
Oh,
That's all I
so
want to know.
that's I don't have a preference just
Uh,
because
uh,
no, I don't because I think different stories attribute different benefits to both. So I like both. But
it's okay.
I do like that better than humans,
It's okay. There
obviously.
was a vampire anime show you watched, and that one was fucking weird too. You
Oh,
remember?
Vampire Night, that one was super weird. They
God.
just came out with like a collector's edition of it, and I thought
No.
it was so
Oh my
weird.
God. Did you watch
If
that
anyone has,
subs or dubs? Vampire
I think
Nights.
that one might have been dubs. I think that one might
Man,
have been dub.
I wonder, maybe you
Yeah,
should go back and watch subs because that ending was a fucking like
I don't think I would watch it again because it
he had a
just got
stroke.
weird for me. And I had this issue with SAO too. It got weird for me when it started being an incest thing. Like, why do we need to make them brother and sister?
You
Like,
literally
why
just
do we need to
ruined the
bring that in?
show for anyone that starts watching it now. Congratulations.
Sorry. I don't
You
recommend it,
gotta
so
be
don't watch it.
careful.
I'll ruin it for you.
Jeez. Maybe someone's into vampire shows. You don't know that.
I'm into vampire shows too, and I wouldn't recommend that one.
She totally recommends it. Go watch it if you want to. Yeah, but it was not a very good show. No, she didn't.
Yeah,
She
see
saved
if
them.
she agrees with me. Save the Marriage Watching. It's not a good
It
show.
was
It's
so.
not.
It was so weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, it was.
It's not
Yeah.
even like that ABT silence. Like we know, like we find out like very soon. But like this is like near the end and like all this shit goes down between these two characters and you're like, oh man, they look like they're about to fuck.
ABT, Luke and Leia don't actually get together. These guys get together.
There's
like,
a scene.
They're married.
Yeah.
And like
there's a scene where like, you know, I mean Luke kind of Leia kisses Luke on the cheek, but
yeah.
you know, that's harm,
like
you know, that's
nothing.
not that bad. But these two,
Yeah.
like these characters were like he's ready to pounce on her, and just to say,
Yeah,
he's
like
yeah,
pushing her
that's
up
my
against
sister.
the wall, doing like the wall slam thing with her, stuff like that, like full thing.
I just realized that show. Another reason why I don't like it, fucking Amnesia.
Yes.
She has
amnesia the whole time.
That is the worst. We'll talk about that another. Anyways, speaking of
DMC, they didn't. No, DMC mentioned it. No, they didn't make out. It was like a quick kiss and like that was it. But these guys like make out, roll around in bed and outside and everything, like everything. And it's just, but they were engaged to be married by their parents. And sorry, I'm ruining the whole show. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
we're literally giving the show
engaged.
free credit right now. Stop.
Yeah.
Fuck that show. Go watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of shows.
Wait. Sorry. Before you change subjects, ABT. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is more popular. I think what made it weirder is that it wasn't resolved in a good way. It was just like, yeah, they're together and that's it. Like they were engaged by their parents. They, you know, like their parents were brother and sister and like all this stuff. And it's like it's different. Like in SAO, it's like at least resolved where it's like, oops, it was my brother. I didn't know I had a crush. Now I need to fix it. Like at least it was that. Coco, we're talking about this show called Vampire Night. And hello, Coco.
Right next to Georgia.
Yeah. So I think that's what made it weird. Like in SAO, that's kind of where we dropped off of SAO, is that part. But at least it was resolved in it's just my brother. Like now that I know it's my brother, I just look up to him and admire him. It's not creepy anymore.
It's so creepy.
But it doesn't change that in Vampire Night.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, but I mean, ABT is right. That's kind of it is a kink in
Imagine
Japanese
watching
culture.
those shows, but in English. You know, it just sounds so fucking bizarre. He's my
It
brother, but I think I love him. Like, shut up! Oh my god, it feels like cheap porn we're watching now. Help me, stepbrother. I'm stuck in the anime show. No, get away. Fuck. I don't know. Maybe I'll help her. I don't know. I just YouTubed it. Luke and Leia did a small makeout. Oh boy, no clip. Fuck, that's gross.
ABT, yeah, Castlevania was really good.
Yeah, that's a really good vampire show. That one's good. Was that subbed or did we dub that? I think that's subbed. No, that was dubbed. That was dubbed. Speaking of sub and dub, that's the next question. Subs or dubs? Now I'm gonna go ahead and start this one off. for me, for such an early age in my childhood life, I had a lot of dubs. And to go
Mm.
back and watch some of those shows, Outlaw Star, Tenchi Muyo, man, I'm blanking out. Of course, now I blank out. Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, shows like that. Rurouni Kenshin, DBZ,
Mhm.
Gundam Wing, G Gundam, shows like that. Watching them in sub, especially Dragon Ball Z. Holy fuck, I can't watch that. Yu Yu Hakusho, can't watch that shit in dubbed, or excuse me, I can't watch it in
Yeah.
subs. It's impossible. It's impossible for me to watch that.
Mhm.
I just don't have like such a connection, and the acting is I don't like the choice of voice
Yeah.
actors. Whereas now I can't help but watch everything in subs.
Yeah.
Naruto, that's right, Naruto. Oh, Taylor, they had this sign. They had this like phrase in Naruto. I, he just kept saying "believe it." It was such a meme. They kept believe it. Naruto would always say, like, "You gotta believe it." Like, what the fuck? Does he say this in the manga? I don't remember. Believe it. Like, shut up. What the fuck? It was such a meme. That show fucking.
It's so funny.
Oh Jesus! I'm glad he doesn't say that much in Shitty Poopin'. But yeah, so early anime when I was growing up, dubs for sure. Everything
Mhm.
else, subs. I just can't watch Cowboy Bebop in subs. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't. What
Yeah,
about
and I
you?
think that's different too because you have a connection with being a kid and having originally watched it that way. I think that kind of changes things for you too. I see a lot of different people saying a lot of different things. So, kind of I kind of agree with everyone on different levels. So when I started out, definitely had to do dubs, and we mentioned it before. I couldn't sit and watch subtitles. I did not understand how to read and watch the show at the same time. I was like, how can you enjoy that? You're so busy watching subtitles, you can't, or you're so busy reading them that you can't even watch the show. So I definitely had to do dub at first, but now that I've watched subtitles, I do have to lean a little bit more towards subtitles because a lot of times, and someone mentioned it, and I'm sorry, let's see, who was it? Someone said something about more emotion in subs. Yeah, definitely. I feel like the original Japanese voice actors, a lot of them are amazing. Like a lot of Japanese voice actors just know how to change their voice and really feel that emotion and really, really bring that out in their character and
They're
really
like
make
on a
their
whole
character
different
unique.
level. They're on a whole different level.
Yeah. Yeah, they
It's
are. They
crazy. Even
are.
for like
Yeah.
commercials, they fucking like pour their heart out like it's an Oscar on the
Yeah.
line. Like
They're
fuck, dude,
much more
chill.
when they're yeah, and I think that has a lot to do with their culture as well. You know, in everyday life, they're more relaxed and more calm and muted. So when they're acting, they get to be, enthusiastic and really, really go about it with their full passion. And I think that makes it unique. And so now I have to do subtitles. I don't like dubs. I don't even entertain the thought of watching in dubs anymore. It's automatically switched to subtitles. And I think the thing that bothers me now too is when we do see things in dubs, I know that's not what they're saying. Because you can tell a lot of the
Yeah.
catchphrases or a lot of the common words that you learn when watching anime and that you learn in Japanese, you know that's not what they're saying. And you know that translation is not right. And there are even times, I mean, there are times with subtitles too where you're like, that's not what they said. Like that subtitle's wrong. I don't think so. But you actually, because you're watching in subtitles and you're hearing the original Japanese language, you can recognize it for what it is. So you can appreciate it for the original emotion there too. So definitely, definitely prefer subtitles over dubs.
Again, like I understand going back to who was it, Coco? Coco that said that sub voice actors. I don't know why he's saying sub voice actors because it's just the natural voice actor for that. Anyways, for us Americans, that's what I'm trying to say. For us Americans, the sub voice
Hmm.
acting, the original voice actors, I should say, the original voice actors just do a fantastic job. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
going to say that, but I cannot say that's like full on true, because yeah, like those
Right.
actors like really like get your heart. There's so much One Piece acting that I'm just like, fuck, dude, I can't. I just like tear up, right? But
Yeah.
there are still so much dubs acting that it just like
Good.
I don't understand where the fucking line like stopped, where people are just like, this sounds terrible, to this sounds awesome. Like these guys are like fucking pouring their heart out. There is no
Yeah.
character. There's, if I can think of two characters off the top of my head that are just so like, the voice acting for those two characters are just like awesome. I fucking love when they talk. I love when they say anything at all, including like cuss words and shit. Them just
Hmm.
yelling, you know, all that shit. The two characters I love to hear would be Domon Kashu from G Gundam and Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. Those two voice actors,
Hmm.
I wish I knew the voice actors, right? But like they didn't do
Hmm.
much after those two shows. But those two voice actors, for American voice actors, phenomenal, phenomenal.
Hmm.
I wish more American voice actors sound like them, instead of what sound
Hmm.
like a couple-year-old, PlayStation game. Like, no offense
Yeah.
to American voice actors, it's just I just feel like they're,
Yeah.
yeah, let me just do this voice over here. Oh, John, how are we ever gonna do this? Like, why are you
Yeah.
changing your voice? Just talk. Just
Yeah.
talk, you know?
I will say I see what you mean. So I will say one voice actor. Well, okay, so I have two, or sorry, one English voice actor that comes to mind is the Ancient Magus Bride.
Exactly.
The voice that plays Elias, it's perfect. It's just exactly his character. And I watched that in dubs because that was one of my first animes. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this one in dubs. I would not ever go back and watch it in subtitles. I think actually we did. I think we watched an episode or two in subtitles, and it wasn't bad, but the voice actor for Elias was just so perfect. It was exactly what I envisioned. And his voice is just very soothing. Like it's just a very good voice to be a voice actor.
Yeah.
So I think that was perfect. But yeah, no, I do see what you mean. And something else that comes to mind is I think a lot of it might have to do with the culture gap that we were talking about before. And the reason I say that is a major anime that comes to mind when thinking about the differences is Food Wars. And I don't know if anyone, who's familiar with Food Wars, but it is a lot of noises. The show has a lot of noises in there that can
It's,
be taken
yeah.
interestingly. Yeah.
It is
But
so weird.
it is. In the
In
subtitle
a good way.
one,
In a good way. I like the show as well,
yeah,
but when I
yeah,
mean
it's a good,
weird,
really good show.
it just sounds weird in dubs versus
Yeah.
subs.
Well, exactly, and that's exactly my point, is in subtitles, like, you hear it and you're like, "Okay, like, it sounds a little interesting, but, they really like the food." It's like saying "yum," like, "Awesome," but in English, it sounds way dirtier. Their voices are literally porn voices, like, it sounds so much dirtier, it sounds so much more sleazy in English voices, and definitely would prefer subtitles there.
There is like, there's a thing where like folks prefer hentai more than they prefer porn in Japan. And it's like, even
Can see
like
that.
the acting in hentai is so much better than porn. It's ridiculous. It's
Well,
just,
because it can be changed because it's not real characters. It's easier to add a voice to your perceived
you
character than to
you
act as your perceived character.
I know this is going to be hard for you to like comprehend, but you need to watch hentai. You like this, like, listen.
Recommendation.
Everyone here has watched hentai, okay? They know exactly what I'm talking about. You need this under your belt. You can't call yourself an anime go-getter, right? You have to watch hentai and be like, okay, I get it. This is very
That's
different.
totally different. Yeah, but that's like a totally
I'm not trying to
different
corrupt her.
different topic.
I'm opening her up to all possibilities,
Let's
to
not
understand,
say
to
anime. Let's not talk
understand,
about
to
that.
understand, like, all types. Okay, we're not watching Bible Black. That's too much. That's too much.
I don't know what that is.
Don't worry, you don't need to. No one talk about Bible Black in this, or you're banned. Anyways,
CFG, I've heard of that one. I have heard of that one. I don't fully understand what it is. All I know is it's guys. That's all I know.
the point is, it's just, um, the point is like when you listen to subs for Food Wars, it's hentai, and it's like, wow, this is like, it's not like crazy fake. But when you watch like Japanese porn or when you watch American porn, it just sounds fake, and that's what Food Wars dub sounds. It just sounds fake, and it's like, man. Like when you watch the show in subs, when they talk about this big fat roast meat, it's so huge and delicious and juicy. It sounds like how I just said it, very calm and no big deal. But for some reason, in the dubs version, my big fat juicy meat running all over, so good. Why are you? They didn't say that, and like they didn't talk like that in subs. Why are we talking like that now? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No,
Again,
I agree.
the voice acting for Japanese voice actors, even in hentai, are magnificent. They're still really good. They take this shit like it's gonna be the Oscars. That's what I'm trying to say. The voice acting in hentai is phenomenal versus porn. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I see your point. I definitely see your point.
That's why you gotta watch hentai and be like, okay, the voice acting, pretty good. The plowing part, not so much. Why does that woman have a dick? Taylor, that's a different story for a different topic. How'd you get Bible Black on here? Get this out of here.
CFG, I like that idea. I'll just be like, yep, okay. Gotcha.
It's a trap, sure. All right. It's a trap. Do you have anything else about subs and dubs? If not, we'll just go to the next part.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think, I prefer subs more than dubs, I think, overall.
I think for the same, I would say the same for me, but for legacy animes from my past, I would prefer dubs. Because I just can't watch them. I can't watch them like that.
Yeah.
The next question is places to watch anime. So for me, at a younger age, right? We had mentioned this before. How did you get into watching? So for me, I had cable. So when it was on, and that's it. There's no internet right now. I don't have internet. So like, if I didn't get to watch the next episode of Dragon Ball Z after school, that's it. Like, we're already on the next episode tomorrow. Like, it's not like weekly. It was new episodes every day. And so if I missed what happened yesterday, I'm fucked. So like, that's it. Toonami was like for 2 hours during like after school. So you'd get like Tenchi Muyo and Gundam Wing and all the shows I've been talking about, all the dub versions. Same goes for like the morning shows. If I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or anything like that, if I got to skip a filler, awesome. But still, I wouldn't know if I skipped a filler or not. I could have skipped like a story like, where are we? What the hell's going on? When did we get to this part? And that's it. So like growing up, I kind of get fucked over if I don't get to watch. So when when my parents were like, hey, we got to go to church, I'm like, I can't. It's Digimon tonight. They switched it from Saturday to Sunday. I got to find out what's going on with Agumon. He turned into a skeleton last week. I don't think he's doing good. And it's like, God needs us. We got to go. Like, fine. It was terrible. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's funny.
It was terrible.
No, I get that.
But like,
I think
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to watch, like, to get on and watch Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll, any of those online places, it's like such a, I don't want to say privilege, but it's so, it's what I'm looking for. It's just easy now. It's just like so goddamn nice. It's so good. Instead of having to like, fucking like, I'd love to hang out, but at 4 o'clock, the new episode of Naruto, or the new episode of Inuyasha's going on, and I gotta know what's going on with Kikyo and Kagome. Are they friends? Are they enemies? I don't know what's going on. Gotta go.
No, I get that. Yeah, I totally get that. I think it was different for me. And I actually don't. So I want to come back to that. CFG, you said you would disagree with Tony.
I'm sorry.
On Legacy.
One more thing. There was also late night Toonami on like I think Fridays and Saturdays. That was like 11 p.m. They would play the shit. They would play uncensored stuff, though they would cuss more. So like I had to stay up for that too. So next thing you know, I'm ruining my sleep for these kind of shows too. From 11 p.m. to like 1 a.m. I'm watching shows that are like they're talking a little bit more and they're not censoring the shit. Again, if I miss it, these are once a week now. So it's like I can't miss these. These are once a week. I just remember that too. I was like, fuck. My gosh, I missed so much Outlaw Star because of that shit. This was all on cable. I was like in middle school. What else was I supposed to do? Time to go buy the DVDs. Oh, excuse me. I had to go buy VHSs or DVDs. VHSs had like 2 episodes max, and DVDs had like 3 or 4. Sleep? Beat you up, boy.
Anyways, I'm done. No, I got that. No, yeah, I did. So I saw a couple things in.
Go.
I saw a couple things in chat that I wanted to check on. So CFG said that he disagreed on legacy. I'm kind of interested in why you'd say that. I'm just like legacy for you.
Hold on.
And then DMC
Crimson. One more time. Go back to the legacy question. You had a lag spike.
Yeah, I'm just interested. Do you mean legacy for you or like the classics? And then DMC Crimson, you had a really good point as well. It depends on what you start on. I totally agree with you there. If I start one way, if I don't like it, I'll switch and see if I like the other one. If it's like total crap, I'll switch and see if I like the other one. But once I've watched an episode or 2 of one, I agree. I won't switch it. It has to be the same. So I totally agree with you there. So for me, DMC said Toonami till high school. I didn't even know what Toonami was until high school, and I didn't have it. I never had cable growing up as well, DMC. So I had no, I didn't have access to anything. But I actually was really lucky because because I only got into anime, a few years ago. I already had access to things like Netflix and Crunchyroll. And then so now, I have Crunchyroll, I have Funimation / Anime Lab. You have Netflix, which still has stuff as well, and Hulu has stuff, and now they're talking about Sony's talking about unifying all of it, which would be awesome to have that single spot to watch everything. But that would be great as well, to be able to do that. But so I think I was lucky in that sense. I've had full access to everything when I'm interested. I will say though, part of it, Crunchyroll went down for a couple hours today, and I about cried my eyes out. I was in the middle of an episode.
You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't know what to do.
I was like, why in the middle of my episode? And I was sitting there like, come on. I was just refreshing the page. I was like, come on. I need you to fix. But I tagged them. I tweeted and I posted a tweet and I tagged them and I was like, okay, you need to fix this. Like, I need my Crunchyroll back. It's what I do all day. So yeah, no,
I'm sorry. Even before, did you have anything to say? I don't want to cut you off completely over here.
No, that was it.
I was just thinking, like, even before, like, dedicated channels, Cartoon Network and WB, ABC Family sometimes, when there was like no shows dedicated to this, so there was like a rock channel that would play sometimes some anime and stuff, but I think there was a Spanish channel sometimes that would play Slayer. That's the only time I've ever watched Slayer, is when it was in Spanish. And so
I think Laser Cat just mentioned that too, that she watched Sailor Moon on telenovela.
I literally could not. Oh, that's another one too that I watched. But I could not, like, if it was anime, I'll watch it. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'll watch it, right? And so here I'm watching the show completely in Spanish. I have no idea what they're saying. There's no subtitles. This is a big fat box TV. No closed captions or anything like that. I'm just sitting there watching Spanish. My mom would walk in and just like look at the TV, look at me, and just hear what she's talking like in Spanish. And my mom just like didn't give a fuck. All right, whatever, and just walk away. And it was weird to say out loud, but it's like, I'll take it. There were no dedicated channels or anything like that. So it's like, to watch anime and like, I wasn't going to be picky. I'm like 12 years old and it's like, well, I don't have anywhere else to watch this. I'll take it. I'll take Spanish Slayer anytime. Yeah. This is awesome. And
That's
welcome
funny.
everybody, by the way. Welcome. Thanks a lot for joining us. Yeah, we're talking about places we watched anime for the first time. Talking like, WB, Kids WB, Tanami, Adult Swim, sometimes ABC Family, think Digimon, and of course the
Yeah.
Spanish channel. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Well, I'm kind of interested. I mean, it seems like a lot of people had that same experience. I mean, what do you guys think about the new announcement by Sony saying they're trying to unify everything? I mean, unifying Crunchyroll and Funimation alone is most of the stuff, especially when, Funimation just bought Anime Lab. So they have everything that Anime Lab had, and now that we'll have possibly have a single spot for all of it. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Yeah, DMC, they announced it. I mean, I think it's been like a rumor for a while, and then they just did another announcement that they're working on. I don't know that they're like officially working on it or something.
So there's
But yeah,
two. There was
CFG,
two,
I
right?
agree. Mhm.
Crunchyroll and Funimation. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, they're merging
Crunchyroll
those 2.
and
Mhm.
Funimation are being great. Now I can watch One Piece and Dragon Ball Z in
Yeah.
one place and not have to like pick and choose.
Yeah. Well, my thing is Funimation sucks. Like Funimation is horrible. Their AI is terrible. It doesn't work half the time. Even when you do something, they don't do anything. And CFG, I heard something about Verve or VRV. I think they originally were talking about bringing that in as well. So I think so I think they were talking about that, and DMC a beta for Crunchyroll. So actually, I don't think that's the same reason. I think Crunchyroll is doing a beta for a different reason. I don't know if they were just trying to do something better. I'm in that beta program and I love it so much better than the original one. I feel like that works better. Neko, yeah, I agree. A better UI. Funimation's terrible. So I originally had Anime Lab, and Anime Lab was recently bought by Funimation. Anime Lab worked great, had no issues with it. It worked awesome. Everything was great. And then when they sold to Funimation, and the Anime Lab website is still up. They're just not uploading any videos to it anymore. So you have to go to Funimation to see anything. And it sucks. It is so bad. It takes 5 minutes to load. You try to add something to your queue and it doesn't work. It just sits there. You just sit there clicking it. It takes forever to load any individual episodes. Like it just doesn't work.
I
And it's very frustrating.
I just want to say, for all the people that own, now this is be open minded here. Be open minded, okay? I'm not shunning anyone or anything like that, okay? But
Mhm.
people that have Crunchyroll, okay, hear me out. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. People that have Crunchyroll, they prefer subs more than dubs, okay? Funimation, those people, they're most likely going to be all about dubs.
Potentially,
Because
I mean, I
Funimation
see
is
why
going to
you're
have
saying that.
a lot of Dragon Ball Z. And Funimation has
Well,
always been there for like, even One Piece. I think Naruto too was that place as well. But a lot
mm,
of like dubs, like really just the weird dub ones. I don't know. It was Naruto dubs and Bleach dubs, all that stuff. It was Funimation and
Funimation
stuff. And
does.
you would go like,
Yeah.
that's a more recognizable name than Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
Funimation
right.
does
I don't know.
push their dubs a
Maybe I'm
little.
wrong.
Well, they do push their dubs a little bit more than Crunchyroll does. They are more about, oh, hey, look, we just posted dubs of all of these episodes. I mean, even just looking up their Twitter account, you can tell that that's what they push more. Are their dubs, but they do still have subtitles available and everything as well. That's what they originally have, are all the subtitles, and then they do the dubs later because um they actually get their, because of Anime Lab, because Anime Lab did this, they get it straight from Japan. So they have the original subtitles, and then they up their dubs. When they post those, they are very vocal about, oh, I have dubs here. And CFG, yeah, you're totally right. The in-house voice actors, I mean, that's why they push it, is because it's their people. So they want to be like, yeah, look at these dubs, look how amazing they are. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
see?
mean, they push
I
it.
fucking
Yeah.
knew there was something.
Mhm.
I knew there was something there. I
Yeah.
fucking knew. It's just so. I don't know. Again,
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to say people that watch dubs on like today's anime are
Mhm.
like suckers. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, if you want to watch dubs, you want to watch dubs. If you want to ruin the show for you,
Yeah.
you go ahead and watch dubs, okay?
I
Um,
will say something. I will say
I don't know.
something very biased and very opinionated.
I don't
I
know.
personally feel that if you only watch anime in dubs, you can't really say you love anime just because
Wow.
you're not getting the full well, I don't feel like you're getting the full experience if you're not watching the subs. Because the subs, like we talked about before, the subs have the raw emotion, the actual culture behind the language to really bring to focus the animation that's happening, the scenes that are actually happening. You don't get the same feel when you're watching it in dubs. You just don't. I mean,
That
we talked
I
about there's a difference there.
yeah,
So I kind of feel like there's something a little different
I
there.
can't say I cannot say I can agree with you there because that just makes it sound very
Yeah.
elitist. And what's the term people use? Gatekeeping? You know? Like, look, I like
Uh,
subs anime. I think sub anime is superior race. But I can't say to
mm,
someone like, like, you can watch dubs. It's, a terrible choice, but you can watch it. But I can't say, like, yeah, I watch subs, and if you
yeah,
watch dubs, you're a fucking moron.
I'm not saying that though. I'm
You
not
know?
saying that. So, and like Dorian, you just mentioned you have no, you don't, you can't read and watch. I get that, but that's like that's doing it for a reason. I mean, the people who literally choose to only watch dubs, so to not even give subtitles a chance to not experience that. I feel like that's hard because the subs really do bring I should clarify if the anime is originally from Japan. I mean, we have the English versions of anime and stuff like that. So I think it's different. But I do think you need that cultural background to really get the full experience of anime. So I more mean the people who only choose to watch only dubs, that not for any special reason other than I don't want to do that. I don't want to read those. I don't want to experience those. So, and
Uh,
Laser Cut, yeah, I agree. There are animes where the dub is better. I
yeah.
totally agree. Definitely happens. But I mean, like, full on only watch dubs ever for anything. So I get that. And DMC, yeah, I get that too. But I mean, like I said, I literally mean like will not watch anything else. I mean, we know some people who will not watch subtitles, that they just absolutely refuse to. And I think that ruins some animes, is it
I
doesn't
would
bring the full effect in.
I would say it's only fair in that context. It would am I saying that right? Context? I would
Context. Mhm.
I would only say that context is only fair that if you don't even like welcome yourself to like subs, you're
Mhm.
neglecting a lot of good shows. I think that only applies truthfully when there's no subs or there's no dubbed version. It's only subs. And so now because you're not going to watch it
Mhm.
cuz it's only subs, then you're preventing yourself from watching it. Some shows just won't get dubs.
Mhm.
Period. They're not going to get
Yeah.
dubs because they're not that popular here, but they're super popular in Japan. So they're not going to get
Mhm.
dubs, and because you only watch dubs, you're going to miss out on shows like that. That's the only time I feel like I can agree with you that yeah, if you're not watching both dubs and subs, you're
Mhm.
missing out on both sides then. Cuz like I can't even with today's Dragon Ball Z, I cannot watch it in subs. I can't.
Yeah.
Even if it's the familiar voice acting, it just sounds so fucking bad. The voice actors for today, they're still using the same Dragon Ball Z voice actors from the 90s for subs. It's
Mhm.
so high pitched, it's unbelievable. I cannot watch that show. I can't get like super like my dick is hard and everything when Goku goes like God mode. I can't because it's a like whoa, what the hell's going on? Why is it so loud? I don't. I
That's funny.
Luffy is my favorite character in anime, right? And like he's voiced
Mhm.
by a fantastic voice actress, right? And she does a great job, and it sounds like a dude, right? But like
Mhm.
Goku's voice acting is so, it's like he's never aged. He's never aged. He still has the same when he still has the same voice before he hit puberty. I was like, dude, you're
Mhm.
like,
Looks like DMC agrees with you.
yeah, like dude, you need to fucking, you gotta go. Come on, man, you're like 84.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's just turned 84. Yeah, dude,
That's funny.
I just that's what I'm trying to say. Like again, like if you
Mm.
want to watch dubs, you only want to watch dubs. That's fine. But if you're not gonna bother learning subs and stuff, learning subs. I can't believe I have to say it like that. If you're not gonna bother learning subs, and you're gonna miss out on a lot of shows that are only subs. I think that's
Yeah.
like you're missing out big time. I don't think is there dubs for Reincarnation Slime? I got that time I got Reincarnated Slime.
I think there is. I think there is.
What about I put all my defense, I put all my points in defense.
Yes, there
What
definitely is for that
about
one, and it's awful.
what? Must
It's
have been
bad.
new. Must be new. Or anyways,
Well,
uh,
I guess I kind of wanted to ask everyone then, because we're talking about the things that we love about anime, and kind of we have the subs versus dubs. But what about, regardless of subs versus dubs, what are animes out there that you absolutely hate, that you just don't like? Out of
what
curiosity, do you have any that you just don't like?
yeah, Seven Deadly Sins. That show sucks. Subs or
Okay.
dubs, that show sucks. Any show, look, any show that uses amnesia for a story plot, you can get the fuck out. Seriously, amnesia in a
You I hate.
storyline is so fucking terrible. Oh
Yeah.
man, I just want to let you know, I got something important to tell you, but I gotta wait till tomorrow. Like, okay. And then he's like, I just want to let you
Oh
know
god.
that I love you. Like, oh my gosh, I feel the same way too. And then the next day, boom, she's got amnesia. And now for 6 episodes, it's not even like a filler and it's not a flashback. It's kind of like a 1.5 version of either a flashback or a filler. But it's like we have to fucking like sit there and watch like it's like finding out the killer in the first part of the movie. Like you know who the killer is. Now you have to sit there for two
Yeah.
hours like we know who the killer is. He's right there. But now this person
Yeah.
has amnesia, and you're like, "Fuck my life, dude! Please
That's
just
funny.
remember." And they don't remember to the
That's
last.
funny.
What Seven Deadly Sins does the worst is when that person finally remembers. Now the other person gets amnesia. I'm like, "Fuck this show, and fuck the writing, fuck Seven Deadly Sins."
That's funny. That's really funny.
That is
CFG, I love
garbage.
yeah. CFG, I love Overlord too. We really liked that one. That's one that we actually need to watch. DMC SAO, really? Sword Art Online is one that you don't like? I love that one. I'm actually surprised. I think you might be in the minority there. Laser Cat One Piece. Interesting. One Piece, yeah,
He,
there's a lot of episodes.
come on, One Piece, dude. That show's awesome. Don't even.
Well, they're
Don't
hitting now their
even.
1,000 episode. I think it's what, next month or next week, one of the two. So that Funimation like did this big thing about their 1,000th episode. They're like sending out boxes with all this stuff in it. But yeah, definitely super long. um, let's
A
see.
lot of people hate
CFG
Sword Art
Detective
Online.
Conan.
I'm
Really?
sorry.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
surprised that
I'm
a lot of people
surprised.
hate
I like
SAO.
Sword Art Online. I don't know what's the problem.
Yeah.
What's the problem with Sword Art Online? Is it because it's they're going to a digital world, or it's like basically the gateway to reincarnation worlds or reincarnation genres?
I wonder if it has to do with like this. It's the same thing for every
Every
um
game they just
like
go into a
every episode,
game.
or yeah, basically it's like the same premise for every, I don't know what you'd call it, arcs, seasons. I don't know what you
I
would
would
call
say
that really.
an arc,
An
because
arc,
then you would say the name
because
of the
they're
game.
technically all different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it does. It says SAO for different ones. Some of them it's like SAO Alicization just came out. Now they're coming out with the new movie. Um so yeah.
All right, listen. I'm gonna tell you
Um
guys right fucking now. Anyone talk shit about One Piece? All right, I'm gonna fucking do
loves
nothing.
One Piece.
I'm not gonna do nothing about it. The next time I see you guys ever in person, I'm gonna do something about it. Okay? Laser Cat taught me a couple of moves. All right, he went to Thailand. He knows a couple of fighting styles, and he taught me. So next time I see you guys, we'll see if you can talk shit about One Piece. I'm gonna show you
That's so
One
funny.
Piece right here. Okay? You know what I'm saying? One Piece right here. Not a threat. I'm just moving my
Yeah.
hands. Just so happens to be looking like that. Don't talk shit about
Mm.
One Piece. Okay? Fuck Seven
Neko,
Deadly
you said
Sins.
isekai type harem.
Seriously,
So
fuck that shit.
I'm a little bit with you on that. So I like isekais. I'm okay with harems, but what I don't like is when you have the main character like trying to choose between them, or like having feelings for all of them. That's what I don't like. It's different when it's like, "Oh, I love him, like he's amazing." Like one that I do feel like it does that well is ReZero. So like there's, a few girls who are in love with the main character, but he only has like his true love for the one girl, and then he has like a different kind for Rem, and then everyone else he just really cares about. There's no like love for the other characters. So I
That's
feel
fair.
like that one does a good
That's
job.
basically Love Hina at like the 12th issue, you know? It's
Oh, we'll get
basically Love
but
Hina, you know? It took a while, but
yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah. But I will say, like, there's a harem one that I, like, really didn't like that just came out. Um, oh, and I can't remember the name, but it's a polyamorous one where he has a girlfriend and then this other girl comes up and is like, "I'm interested in you," and then he starts dating her too. And so he's dating these like three different girls at the same time and they're all trying to get his attention. I don't like that stuff. Like, I don't feel like that's right, and I don't feel like that is fair, and it actually pisses me off. I'm like very strong, like that pisses me off. I don't think that's right that they can do that. Girlfriend, yes, thank you, COT. That is that one. So that one I want to watch just because I want to watch it, just get it under my belt, but I know I'm gonna have a hard time getting through that. I don't like that kind of thing. Um, Another one, and this is actually one that would be my one that I don't like, is it's called Monster Girl Doctor. And it's relatively new. I think it's on Crunchyroll. And that one is super harem. Like literally every character besides the main one is a female and they all fall in love with him. And I don't like that one because it's like so much fan service. It is so much fan service. It's painful. Like literally the first 5 minutes of watching the episode, you're watching hentai because it's just so blatant about their fan service. Every single episode, it's just it's pain like it's not even like, oh, this is cute or oh, this is sweet. It's like weird. Like there's one character where she's a Frankenstein and the main character, the guy is a doctor and he's tying her together and she's sitting there moaning and orgasming in front of him and she's like, "Oh, you should be ashamed, blah blah." But like they do that for literally 10 minutes. And
Fan
it's like, "Okay,
service.
I got it."
It's
Like
fan service,
it's just
okay?
weird. Yeah,
Don't give
it
them
is.
such
And it's like
trouble. Why give them
and the
trouble?
sucky yeah, but the sucky thing is the premise of that would have been so good. It would have been
It's
such
art.
a good show.
It's art, okay?
Yeah,
You just don't
yeah,
get
I
it.
think that's what they think. It would
Okay,
have been
look,
such a good show, though. I'm so disappointed.
I literally am so very surprised that we keep getting off subject because someone is a scrum master around here and usually gets people on the subject. Anyways, we have to go to the next
We were
question.
talking. No, wait, we were talking about animes we don't like. That's why I brought that up. Is that
Oh, you
one?
did ask a question.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
I was like,
did.
when
Yeah.
did we start talking about?
Jeez.
It's been
See,
so long. I'm sorry. I just remembered hating so much Seven Deadly Sins. Sorry, I got amnesia. I forgot.
there you go.
Sorry, bad acting over here. Sorry.
Yeah, Laser Cat Fire Force. It does with the one character, I feel like. Well, no, it does with the nun girl too. I agree, but like it's not that bad. It's not to the point where you're like, I can't even watch this anymore. But Fire Force has like a lot of good action and good
Yeah,
storyline to make up for it.
Fire Force is good. It's just when they bathe. Why?
Yeah, it's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah, the Fox
The
Girl
Fox
is
girl,
very
yeah.
unnecessary.
Agreed.
She is
Yeah.
not needed. She cannot possibly like slip all the time. Oh, my clothes are gone. Please, just
Yeah.
like this is a very serious moment. Put your clothes back on.
I will say,
Please,
I
stop.
do like that the other characters are like very aware that like it's totally stupid, and you see them like you see the older guys where they just look at her and they're like, "Ah, we're doing this again." Like they really play it up, and I think that's what makes it really hilarious, and that's
It's
what's funny to
yeah,
me.
it's not necessary. It really does hurt the
Yeah,
show, I think.
yeah, but I think they're trying to do it in like a funny way. Laser Cat, yeah, the action in that show is amazing. Absolutely love that show.
That's her power.
That's her
It's just
power.
that's
There you
her
go.
fan service. All right, so you look. Speaking of waifus and stuff, my next one was expos and cons. But let's just go to. We'll hold off on the expos and cons after this one. Everyone's waifus and/or husbandos. Taylor, would you like to go first? We already know what yours is, but I'd like to hear it again.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
that we've
sure
learned,
everyone knows who my wife
she
is.
I was on more like your husband though. We have literally taken like almost 2 weeks of trying to think of one. I cannot believe you just thought of
Yeah.
them like today.
Well, like
Yes, it
think
is.
he's one. I think he's like a good husbando. But the hard thing is I feel like there was someone that I was like, oh my gosh, that's my husbando, and I can't remember. You know, I've seen so many now that I can't remember. But yes, Laser Cat, my waifu is definitely Rem, and I want to talk about this because I feel like there and Tony, I think you or sorry, well dang it, I think you
It's
do
fine.
this as well. When you think Rem, you think like the cute maid girl that has all these figures and is just this adorable, sometimes sexy. Like I think a lot of people think of her like that, but out of curiosity, has anyone seen Re Zero? Because I feel like people who have seen Re Zero appreciate her as a waifu differently than people who have not. Um, and I say
Knowing,
that because go ahead.
no, no, go, continue.
No, 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 go ahead. Knowing what? I'm curious.
Knowing from like just the images of her and all of the images of her that are displayed for like on sites and stuff, and all of the figures, almost all the figures, they do portray her as cute and like, oh,
Yeah.
she's a maid and looks like she has a weapon. But from the description you have told me about her and how awesome she is, and from
Yeah.
what scenes I watched from top 10 mojos, she's the cute, friendly girl, but when it comes to combat, nobody fucks with her friends. But she still has like that cute voice, but she's got that like her eyes kind of like change or something. Am I right? Am I hitting those
So
spots?
she turns, yeah, she's a demon. So she turns into her demon mode. But so yes and no. So yeah, but that is only about her image. And DMC, I totally recommend ReZero. It's a psychological thriller. Like it's really intense. It's really good. Um Laser Cat, I did not know that. I will have to save up now. See, 32,000 is my goal.
Yeah,
I need a
Laser
lifesize figure.
Cat, you can go home. Thank you. We don't need that
There you
here.
go.
We
Thank you.
don't need that here. You can go now. See ya. Thank you.
Love
You
it.
fucked up,
No,
dude.
but
You fucked up.
but the thing about Rem is it's not just, her cutesy self or even just the fact that she's a badass character who can hold her own in combat. It's also how she relates to the main character. And like she's really open about how she feels about him. Like she loves him with all of her being. And that's why she's okay with him not loving her back in the same way, because all she wants to do is support him and make sure that he is okay and that everything works out for him. And she knows him so well that she knows there's something else going on about him, or going on with him. Like she knows there's something about him that he can't say and he can't explain. Which you guys who have seen the show, I mean, and and the fact that she's still there by his side. And there was even a time, one of my favorite episodes, where he tells her, "You know what? I'm done. I don't want to do any of this. Why don't you and I just run away and go get married and let's have a
Whoa. Are you
family?" Yeah.
spoiling again?
No, 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 no. It's not a
Okay.
spoiler. It's it's just
Sheesh.
it's like 10 minutes of it. But he says that to her, and you see this super cute montage of like them getting married and their kids, and it's so cute. But she like basically tells him to shut the fuck up. And
It's
she says,
kind of a
she tells him that's not gonna happen. Yeah, she just is very bluntly where it's like that's not gonna happen. It's not a spoiler because it doesn't happen.
She has like
So
no one
it's
to
just a
talk
cute
about
moment.
ReZero with. And so she's
I
like,
don't.
it's slowly popping.
I'm really
It's not
into
a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. But I love the part where they had the family together in his dreams, and
Yes.
it just felt right. It felt right.
It was so cute. I loved it. But it's like a really quick scene that you see this. It's literally like 3 seconds. And you have to like I watched it like 4 times because I was like pausing on each scene. I was like, this is so cute. But no, but it's just her character itself. And you just think you just think that I don't know. It's just amazing just how she is with him. And I think that's what makes a waifu in my eyes is someone that you're like, you genuinely are like, I love this person because of all their different aspects, not just because of how they look or how they're portrayed, but actually their character. So yes, Joanne, I did go frame by frame because it does it really fast. It's like a really fast montage of scenes. And then you have to like sit there and you pause it to actually take in the scene. So I had to do that. Neko, yes, Death Duke and his maid is good as
Oh
well.
man,
Arisu she's great as well. He doesn't like the animation of that one, but I did watch that one. That one was good.
Laser Cat, do
You
you want to
also
get
said
banned?
Ram.
Do you want to get banned there, Laser Cat? Why you keep talking like this? You trying to
I
cause
didn't know
trouble?
that, Laser.
Oh no!
I didn't know that. I would love. Is it like in a manga, or is it like? Do you have to go somewhere to look at it? Because now I'd
She,
love to read
she's
that. I'd love to look at that.
pulling out her credit card, whatever it costs.
Well, I'm actually looking at that
Look,
figure
look! Oh
now.
my god!
So,
Stop!
that's
Stop!
no. So
Ugh,
that's funny. That's actually a
why?
figure that I bought. No, for real. So that's a figure. So I bought the little version of that. And it broke. That's my broken figure, Tony. So I mean, I kind of need the life size one. Yeah, it is 40,000. It says $39,999.99.
It's
Google
a
all the REM stuff. Oh my gosh, there's so much REM stuff. So much.
no, thank you. It's a web novel story.
Oh, I'll have to
Yeah.
look. Okay. I read web novel. Like on the app web novel or a different app. It's so cute though, but it doesn't look life size. Like it really just looks like the little figure I have.
Just a giant statue. No big deal.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that. They're making a life size bust up of All Might, and he has like a huge. It's like huge. It's like 6 feet or something, like how tall he's supposed to be, but it's huge. It's like 300 pounds, just his bust. The author released a web novel. Okay, I'll have to look for that. That sounds super cute, and I would totally read that.
She's gonna
So
like
I'll have to
print
look
it
for that.
out and like keep it and read it anytime she wants.
Just put it in my figure case as well. Like that goes
Way to
perfectly
go,
there.
dude. Way to go. 300 pounds of pure muscle.
Yeah. Can we talk about our waifus now? Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, go please talk.
I will
So,
just keep talking about Rem.
who is your husbando?
I think I mean we said Sashomaru, but I will say and you mentioned this too. You mentioned Shield Hero. I do really like the Rising of Shield Hero, the main character there. I think he's not your usual main character, and that's what makes him unique. So I like him first. Or I like him too. So yeah, I don't know. I do have a hard time with husbandos though. But what about you? I think we were trying to figure out yours too.
For what? My husbando?
Your husbando, yeah.
I have no idea. I've given up on that. I just
Yeah, I
can't.
don't know who
I
you
can't
would be.
find. I just can't find the
Oh,
one that really like speaks to me in that level.
yeah, yeah. I think I actually, so I did think of my husbando. Is it okay for it to be from a game,
Yeah.
an anime game?
Yeah, it's fine.
So
I told you that was gonna be it. I knew it.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I wasn't sure. But there's this game, and they actually made an anime of it. So I guess it works. But there's this game called Mr. Love Queen's Choice. It's a Chinese game, but in English, his name is Victor, and he is a CEO. I don't know if anyone has played that game or know any of the characters, but I think he's my husband, though. I think so.
Interesting. I know how much you love that game. You were playing it like back in
A
2020.
lot.
That's all you were playing.
Yeah. That was
Um,
fun. The
let me
game is
see.
called Mr. Love Queen's Choice. And if you don't want to watch the game, or if you don't want to play the game, you can watch the anime. They have an anime of it now. Anime is not that great. But it's basically you are a producer and you have to it's a Chinese game. But basically you're a producer and you have to like shoot all these things, but you have to work with these four guys and it was um and it was like you fall in love with one of them and you pick. So, but it's super good. But we have a lot of good ones here. So DMC, you said husbando is Zorro. Tony, I think you like Zorro a lot too.
I mean, he's pretty cool. Pretty tight.
Yeah.
Strongest man that I know of.
Yeah.
Big guy, red from Banished.
I haven't seen that yet, Neko. I really want to watch that one though.
Sailor Moon always have a soft spot. Dude, those early 90s Sailor Moon, like, they have the best outfits. Like, hands down. Those high school girls, they're not even high school. They were like middle school, I think. Those middle school to high school girls were wearing some fucking fashion clothes. Mars, Mars, always. Best outfits. Best outfits. They literally have the best outfits in that show. It's like watching a catalog. Oh, I think I know what I'm wearing next season.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shrine Maidens.
For me, for sure. Like, for my waifu, definitely Persona. I mean, I'm gonna pick game 2 for my waifu, and it's Persona 5. Makoto. Makoto is bae. Okay, like, she's the best. And I love her. Okay? And like, I played it early, like late 2019 in December into like 2020. I never played Persona 5. And like the Red Katsu? Oh hell no, dude. No, the one with the motorcycle. The one on motorcycle, dude. There is no other character that will ever come close to how amazing she is. She is the best, dude. How can you even like come close to comparing like any character to her, right? Man, let me see here. See if we can do this really quick. Yeah, right there. You see that shit right there? She is the best. Okay, right there. How can you? Her winter outfit is phenomenal. Okay. If only. Anyways. She's not real. She's not real. I remember too, like, we were playing and she was my main target too. Like, I want her for Joker. I want her and Joker to get together. And I remember I remember Taylor telling me, like, she's not real. You know she's not real, right? And it's like,
remind you.
And like, we're at near the end of the game where she's like confessing her love. And I'm just like turning to her and I'm like, if she's not real, why does it feel real? Oh, fuck. I love her.
I remember that.
I love her. She's the best. God damn, dude. She's so good. Oh my god. And she's like, there's no one can compare to her. I can't even like do anything insultive like get a body pillow. Because I would be the type of person that would like dump her only because she's just too good, and I would want her to be happy and not be with someone like me. That's like,
it's a real love.
I love her so much. She's the best. There's no one that will ever come close to her. And even if like, no offense to you, right, Taylor? Like, if you were to get me like a figure, if it's not like 100% up to my like. I don't even want her riding the motorcycle. I wouldn't want her in her stupid fighting outfit. I would just want her in her winter coat one, in her winter outfit, or just something fashionable. That's it. Not even the school one. That's a little weird. But like, I would be so fucking picky with it. The eye looks fake. Okay. Get this shit out of here. It's not good enough. She's perfect. And this figure is not coming close to how perfect she is. How dare them even try making this?
With you and figures, though, you are so picky about figures. So I don't even know what to look for in figures.
I'm picky with figures and art. I'm very picky.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm very picky. I've had a lot of artist friends growing up. And so, like, when I go to cons and expos and stuff, which is the next question, but I guess we can ask that. Is there anything else left on waifus and husbandos before we go to expos and cons?
I like Dorian, so Albedo. I love Albedo as well. There's actually, we were talking about figures. There's actually a new figure of her in her wedding dress, or in a wedding dress with her wings, and it's so detailed. It's so pretty. So yeah, totally agree with Albedo. Rio, I'm not familiar with that one. Do you recognize that one?
Spirit
Say
Con.
Ray Genoski. I don't recognize
Rio.
that one. And then
I'd have to look it up.
Elizabeth from BioShock. That's an interesting choice.
BioShock. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. I did like Elizabeth. She was Bay. She was Bay. I gotta give it to her.
Let me see. Laser, I gotta look at this one. Oh, yep. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. I don't think he'd like that one. I did think I don't know. I will say it did bug me that her name was Queen,
No.
but like that
Yeah.
just didn't match. Like it just didn't seem like it matched her being. Like I don't know.
It
This
was
is kind of
Queen as in kind of
weird.
like chess.
Which makes sense, which I get. But it's just why then why the motorcycle? Her persona was like wasn't she like the justice? She was like
Yeah.
the justice lady. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like just didn't make sense. I don't know.
Yeah, listen. Don't even try thinking about her cuz she's mine. Okay? And no, that statue, I don't want that. I want her just casual.
Yeah.
Want her just to be like, it's everything's cool, dude. Like it's like we're going on a first date and she wants to look really nice. And then I'm like, you didn't have to go that far. Holy fuck. You look beautiful. Hey, Billy.
Mm.
What's up? You want to see mommy, huh? She's right there. Look. She's right there. Hi, mommy.
Oh, because of her sister with the justice thing. Yeah, and that totally makes sense. Hi, Bailey. That totally makes sense. I just her name being Queen didn't make sense.
Hey,
Oh, thank
ABT
you,
Silence.
ABT.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You have a great night. Thank you so much for that raid. I really do appreciate. I'm sorry. We really appreciate that. And thank you again
Yes.
for the compliment, dude. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah. What else did we miss? It was a
I'm
new show. Okay, I'll have to look up that one.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta open this door. This dog is
Wants to come out.
she wants you.
Yeah.
Be right back.
I can hear her clawing at the door. Pretty sure the door is all scratched up now. Oh, where are you? Hi. Hi, it's okay. Just running around in circles. Hi, baby. No, she didn't want me. She just wanted the front door.
She's just gonna start barking.
She just went straight to the front door. She didn't want me. She doesn't care. You don't care, do you? No. No. It's so funny.
Yeah, the Bioshock Infinite. That was a really good game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, Makoto
Yeah,
kind of looks like her too. Kind of little.
A little bit, yeah.
So, anyways, let's go to expos and cons.
Okay.
Ironically, we Con Freaks and Geeks is also here. By the way, really good reports. Check out Con Freaks and Geeks games and their website because they actually do articles and podcasts and all that stuff too. Check them out; they're really awesome. Thanks a lot for coming out here. Really appreciate it. Taylor actually writes a couple of articles too here and there. There you go. Can't lose. If you love her opinion on how people that don't watch subs or only watch dubs should not watch anime, you should totally read her articles.
Hey, I focus on mangas. It's different.
If you can't read these dubs, get out of here. Okay, so expos and cons, right? I've been to Anime Expo in LA. Phenomenal, right? Back in 2012. But other than that, it's mostly whatever I have here in Phoenix or in Arizona, right? And like, for me, when we were going to Comic-Con, we went to Phoenix Comic-Con, which then became Phoenix Fan Fusion. But for us, when we would go, people, will take any opportunity to dress up in cosplay stuff, right? So when we would go, I recognize anime characters, right? But she wouldn't. She would recognize like the Disney characters or whatnot. But she would see characters like, wow, that person looks so cool. What is that? It's like, oh, it's from an anime show. It's no big deal, right? That was back, say, like 2017, right?
Mm.
And now, the last con we went to, the last expo was what? Sabotan.
This last one was Sabaton.
Yeah. And now she knows more. Like, who's that? Now I'm the one asking, who's that? Like, oh, that's so and so.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're cosplaying them. They're all right. Like, who's that? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so and so. So it's like funny how the roles have switched, you know.
Yeah.
But like certain
I
still
definitely
older
agree.
characters, she won't know. But new characters, I won't know. I have to ask her. Who's
Yeah.
that? Who's that blonde hair guy with the giant red coat? That's from Trigon. Okay, that's Nash. That's oh shit, Dash, Bash Stampede, Dash, Bash, Dash. Anyways, look, that guy's from Trigon. Okay, that's what matters. Bash the Stampede. I knew that. I knew the Ash
Yeah.
part. I just don't remember the first letter part. Okay, calm down.
No, I think I'm more familiar with the newer animes, the new stuff coming out. But you're still more familiar with the classics. I don't think either that I would go back and watch any of the classics. I think my taste is just more, I don't know, I guess refined to the newer stuff. Um, so I don't know if I would be able to go back.
You uncultured swine. I remember we were watching this YouTube channel. This is like so funny to hear her like talk like this because before she didn't know anything, right? She didn't know anything. But now that she's a dictator that, if you watch only dubs, you're out of my life. But like we were watching this YouTube channel where this guy had like this, it was him and this camera guy, and they went to Japan and they were looking at like anime figures, and like they were only going for Attack on Titan, My Hero, and like Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z stuff, and like they would
Yeah.
show the ReZero, and they would show like the slime
Well,
show.
no,
They would show all this, and
it was
Taylor.
this.
Yeah, go.
No, because it was the specific scene. It was where he shows the ancient. I think it was the ancient
Ancient
Magus
Magus,
bride.
yeah.
Yeah, it's this giant, like not even life size, like bigger than life size statue of him. And the guy goes, I don't know who the hell this is. And I was like, seriously? Like you're walking around this and you don't even know what this is.
She was literally sitting there watching.
I was mad.
She was just like, you uncultured swine. Like, I could not believe those words came out of her mouth. I was like, what? What did you say? You uncultured swine. Oh my god. Who fucking says that? That was the best.
No,
that was like the best line I've ever heard from her mouth. Like, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It's so
You
embarrassing.
uncultured swine. How dare you?
I was so
That's
mad,
the ancient
though.
Magus. You need to fucking read more, buddy. You need to watch more. Okay?
Well, and
you
it
dubs.
goes back to
You dubs. Sheesh.
It just goes back to what you were saying, though. All he was looking at was like My Hero and Attack on Titan, and it's like
man.
those aren't everything. Like, no, I'm not COG, I promise. It was so irritating. This guy has a channel all about anime figures. Like that's all he does is he just walks around Japan and he goes through anime figures and like anime events and stuff like that. And then he's sitting there and he only is paying attention to Attack on Titan and My Hero. And it's like, what the heck? Like, how can you proclaim that you are specialized in this niche area and you don't even know anything beyond My Hero and Titan? Like, that's just so dumb. It just irritated me. It was like, this isn't worth someone watching.
I will say it is hard to say someone is an anime fan when they only watch one show. But in the same time, it's 2021, and I can't gate them from calling themselves I'm a huge anime fan. Really? What do you watch? Dragon Ball Z. Oh, cool. Nice. Anything else? Nope. Oh. Okay. But they have, like, shirts. They have figures. They have the mangas. They only watch Dragon Ball Z.
But then they're not
they
an
have
anime
posters.
fan. They're of that series. They're a fan of that series. They can't say they're an anime fan. It's just that one series. So they can't say that. That's not accurate.
Sorry if they're an uncultured swine, okay? Listen, you gotta give them a break, okay? They want to be called an anime fan.
Uh,
Just give it to them. All right. Just gotta give it
yes,
to them.
Neko, I feel the same way. I just, but like when someone says, "Oh, I love anime," just because they watch One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, My Hero, those are just the most popular ones. Or Demon Slayer. Everyone right now is proclaiming they love anime because of Demon Slayer. It is so frustrating to me because we watched Demon Slayer when it first came out. When it just came out, we absolutely loved it. And then all of a sudden, like 3 or 4 months after it came out, it got huge. And now, I mean, it's still huge. And everyone's like, "Oh, I love anime because I love Demon Slayer." That doesn't make sense.
Is
It's
it
like saying
because
I
there's
love all
dubs now?
sweets because I haven't even seen
Sorry
it
to
with
cut you off,
dubs.
but does Demon Slayer have dubs?
I don't know, to be
Because I
honest. I have
bet
no
you
idea.
that's why skyrocketed.
It might have been. It might have been, yeah.
Because they hear
But
like casual anime viewers be like, man, let me tell ya, Demon Slayer, super good.
yeah.
What? How do you know about Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Funimation published it. Interesting.
Yeah. I
Then
would
why was
think
it
they'd
on
have to if
Crunchyroll?
they released they released the movies here in America, like they released them big screen wise, I think they'd have to have dubs. I don't think it could only have sub. But hold on, I saw a couple things. CFG, cons, game plan. Oh my gosh, there were so many we wanted. I wanted to go to Anime and NYC. I really wanted to go to that one, but we had to forego that. Um, Next, is it January? We want to go to TaiyuCon. That one's here in Arizona.
Yeah, it's small though.
Um,
She doesn't
yeah,
she doesn't
it's
get when I
small.
say small. Like me telling you guys it's small, it doesn't matter. But like it's don't do
Yeah,
yes, it's small, but I mean it's still like I'll still go. We'll take it. We'll take
yeah,
anything. You know,
yeah.
any place
It's
that's
hard
gonna
to find
have
stuff.
vendors, I'll go. You should do
Yeah.
ALA. What's ALA? ALA?
I
What's
don't
that again?
know.
Anime LA.
Um,
I bet you that's is it Anime LA.
is
Same
that the big
weekend.
one?
If you go to Anime
ALA. I
Expo,
don't
it's
know
like a
that one.
freaking zoo. It is. Anime
Yeah,
Expo
I
is in
want
the
to do that
same
one.
Anime Los Angeles. I fucking knew it was called that. We
Oh,
definitely
it's
can't.
this.
Yeah,
Is
go.
that the big one?
No, it's at Long Beach, Anime Los Angeles. It's a different one. It's not
Okay.
Anime Expo, which is in end of July or something.
Yeah, I think it's in June, and that one I really want to go to. I just want to do it once, like in my whole life. I want to do it.
You're
So,
gonna go once, and you're gonna want to go every year. It's might be the best place.
uh,
But again, this is from my memories of 2012, and like the like what's what I'm looking for the vendors alone. There's so
hmm
that's they have like such a big. Again, it was at E3. Remember E3 when we went to
yeah,
E3? One of those like giant
that'd
halls.
be awesome.
It's just nothing
Yeah.
but vendors.
That
Nothing
would be
but
super awesome.
vendors. Yeah,
Can you imagine how much I'd bring home? I mean, look at
uh,
how much I had when we went to
we would
Saddleton, and that was tiny.
we would literally have to drive there because we would not be able to fit enough cargo. And
Yeah.
that would be a nightmare. Oh man,
That would be so much fun. Oh my gosh.
that would be a nightmare. We'd have to
Planned.
literally rent a car. That would be a nightmare.
That
Oh
would be
shit,
fun.
I'm literally ruining this week for me. This anime.
That
Yeah.
would be a lot of fun.
That's where I want to
It's better as
go.
press in July. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't think we can go. I kind of we both
It'd
do
be
the
fun to
math.
do both. It'd be fun to do both if we like drove there.
Oh, really? Then I can show you my One Piece. I owe you that because you were talking mad smack.
Okay,
I'll show you the Muay Thai skills I learned from Laser. Oh, you are Laser Cat. Well, I'll show you anyways, Laser Cat.
okay.
It's
But
better
that would
as
be fun
press. It's better as press for what? Anime Expo?
for Los Angeles.
The last in January?
That would be fun. No, that he's saying that one's in July. It's the same. If I understand correctly, CFG, you're saying it's the same one as
Yeah,
the
Anime
Anime
Expo.
Expo. Yeah, the Anime Long Beach or Los Angeles. Sorry, the one
No,
in
no,
Long
no.
Beach is the same weekend.
Anime Long Beach, ALA, It's the same weekend as TaiyoCon. That's what he's saying. Don't go to TaiyoCon. Go to Anime Los Angeles. And then Anime Expo is the one in July. Am I wrong there, CFG Games? Because I feel they would fucking die if both of those conventions were on the same month.
Oh,
There's
gotcha.
no way
Okay,
people
okay,
can afford
misunderstood.
there's no way they can do that. Vendors alone cannot
Okay,
resupply within that much time. They would get
that
fucked.
makes sense. I would imagine that ALA would be better than or bigger than TaiyuCon.
Oh, it is. It's very much bigger. Yeah. But again,
That'd be fantastic.
we got to do what we got to do around here. Aren't we moving next year? Hello.
Maybe, but I mean, we could go a weekend.
Jesus.
Everything would already be packed up. We just move it to the new place. Oh my gosh. Really fast. Sorry. Let's see.
We'll be still living here in AZ, by the way, CFG Games. We'd still be living in AZ.
Yeah, we're just going down to Queen Creek. Neko said Goblin Slayer. So it's funny that you mentioned Goblin Slayer because we started watching that when I was still pretty early on in my anime experience. And there was that first episode. And Tony, what do you call that episode?
Goblin Slayer first episode. That's a casual
filter?
as a casual filter.
Yeah. So that one episode, I'm sure you know which one it is, but that one I was like, oh my gosh. And it took me a while because I was like, I don't know if I could watch this. This is too much. And then he was like, no, just trust me, just keep going.
Yeah.
And we kept watching it and it was amazing. And we have to catch up on it, but
you literally became an uncultured swine to you're into anime now. Congratulations. Like you're not casual. Once you pass the first episode of Goblin Slayer, you're not a casual anymore. How about a redo a healer? Funny. Redo a healer. Is that
redo? I didn't see.
I don't know what that is. That's a show? A redo a healer? Is that like respecting as a healer or something? Another one of these reincarnation shows? CFG Games said that?
I don't see where he's said that.
How about what's the last thing you see?
It looks like I'm having some slight connection issues, so I might be a little bit farther behind. The last thing I see was Neko saying that one was dangerous.
That one was dangerous. Yeah, it's like one above that. You don't see how about redo healer, casual filter, all 13?
It just showed up. So I just now see Laser Cat. So
no, it's CFG Games. Well, no problem. Do you have your VPN on?
I do not know.
Alright, no big deal. I'm sure it's just Twitch. Thanks, Twitch. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. I downgraded the quality to try to see if it helps, but
ouch.
Sorry.
That one hurts.
No, Laser Cat's talking about I think you're talking about what happens to the healer and everything in that episode of Goblin Slayer. I think that's what you're talking about.
He's not talking about that.
No?
No. I think how redo a healer, I think that's an actual show. Redo a healer.
I haven't
seen that
one.
Healer? Oh god. Oh yeah, this alright. Redo of healer, yeah. I see it now. Oh boy. Yeah, this dark fantasy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. This isn't something you can stomach.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'm not gonna look too much into it because I have a hard time with the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So there's something here. Yeah. Okay.
You don't want this.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something that
That's borderline.
I probably
hentai.
Can't.
That's borderline hentai right there. That doesn't even need a casual filter. That's practically hentai.
I just saw the summary of it. Gotcha. Yeah, that kind of stuff I think I have a hard time with. Like that's just like one of those things that it's rough watching it. And yeah, I get it.
It's like softcore hentai.
Yeah, but not even that part. Like more of the trauma, I think, is more like when it has trauma like that. And and not to relate it, it's not the same thing. But when we talk about trauma, I think that kind of trauma is different from, say, something like ReZero, where there is a lot of psychological trauma in that, and that's like really hard to watch. I think that's different than that kind of trauma.
Well,
I
I
don't know,
think
and
they're
maybe it's
all
different as
bad.
a
I think they're all bad. So it's
yeah.
still all
Well,
bad
yeah, no, I
stuff.
agree.
You're trying to
No,
go
I agree, and I don't
Dracula?
know if maybe I'm saying it is all bad, but
Alright.
I'm saying it's not that. I think it's like it's different, and I don't know, and
What are you
I'm kind of
doing?
curious about this, but I don't know if that kind of trauma, like Goblin Slayer or the healer one, I don't know if that's harder as a female or if it's just hard in general, like it's just really traumatic in general. It's hard to get through. So I don't know. That kind of thing I have a hard time dealing with, I think.
Um, what do we got here?
ReZero has a great story time. Yeah, Sochi, it really does. It is such an intense story. Interspecies reviewers. I'm not familiar with that one.
Species.
Ah, okay, so it's all about this basically. That one might be a little more clear on on what it's looking for, on what it's doing. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. Like I don't mind that kind of romanticism, but it has to be romantic. It can't be, a little difficult to watch. So, yeah.
Would it be all right with everyone in chat and Taylor? Would it be all right? Is it okay with you guys? Can we go back and on that one subject we were talking about, expos and cons? Is it okay?
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
do that?
We were talking about
Can we
that.
talk about? Can we go back and talk about that subject? Remember that subject before everyone was talking about practical, softcore hentai. You know, it's not technically hentai, but it's hentai. Listen, all right, calm down. All right, I don't
So
know.
yes, okay, so go back to that subject. I would love to go to another anime con, more anime cons. I almost feel like now going to like Phoenix Fan Fusion, where it focuses more on Marvel and like that kind of thing. I almost feel like I won't find a lot of stuff there anymore
No,
because I'm more into
you'll
anime.
find pop
So
vinyls. You'll find
yeah, but
fucking
I'm not
pop
into
vinyls.
pop vinyls anymore.
Yeah, that shit's
So
a downgrade. It's
yeah,
funny
you said
that
Akiha. Okay,
yeah.
I think you're gonna say it too.
No, I wasn't. I was to say something else.
Oh, go
Well,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, thinking back to like Anime Expo,
Hmm.
they have stuff that like you just wouldn't like see at any other
Hmm.
conventions. I remember that there's a hentai section, and like they actually were selling
Interesting.
Bible Black manga of it, and I was like, holy shit! And I was like, I was trying to actually think how to buy this and like get it, like keep it away from my family, but I don't think that was possible.
Mm.
But um, places like that, I think, have really like they're like, yeah, we fucking sell everything. Don't worry about it. It's Anime
Mm,
fucking Expo. You can get it here. Whereas everywhere else, it's
mm,
kind of like a limit. Like, well, I mean, we don't do that here. We don't do
yeah,
that here.
yeah.
I think,
Neko, okay.
yeah. No, go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say, Neko, you said I can never say Akihabara. We actually are planning so for our honeymoon
Wait, lag spike,
spend some time
lag,
there.
lag spike. She's just saying if we ever get married, most likely it'll never happen. But if we ever get married, our honeymoon is to go
Okay.
to Tokyo.
Japan in general.
Just Tokyo.
Yes.
Just Tokyo.
I would love to go there. No, not just Tokyo.
Just
DMC,
Tokyo.
is there stuff at Phoenix Fan Fusion? I don't remember. It's been a couple years since we went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
There absolutely is.
See, CFG, I'll have to look at all of those. I don't recognize a lot of that. I'm just now learning what all of these cons are. I've never looked at these cons before, looked at anime cons, so I'm actually now trying to get really into them. So I'll have to look at those. I just pasted them so I can look into them.
This literally turned into like a podcast to Taylor's now getting more into like where else can I so what's going on, guys?
Yeah,
Where
give
else
me
can I go?
information. Come on.
There's a con next month?
My
I'm
Twitter's
there.
right there. Message me.
Yeah, I'm there. Follow me at my Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
anime.
there you go. Figurine stands. Interesting. Okay.
Jeez
Okay.
Louise.
I have quite a few figures. I'm sure Tony has talked about that a lot.
I've showed it on camera so many times. So many times. It just gets bigger and bigger. I'm like getting stuff again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So for expos and cons and stuff, for me at least, I don't do like events. I don't go to the talk shows or anything like that. I just go for vendors. That's it. I just go for vendors. And I'm very, very, very picky with my art. I think I was mentioned this a while back ago, but I was always surrounded by artists and stuff, and because I have a lot of anime friends growing up, I would watch them draw and stuff. So, like, one, I'm not a fan of people printing out other people's artwork and selling that. I think that's fucked up. Two, I don't like you know, good for them for coming out there and trying to draw and, you know, sell that shit. But like, I don't want anything that looks like it's still in middle school, you know? No offense to them, but middle school and like early high school drawing work, it's not gonna work, dude. It's just not gonna work. It's just, I'm very picky with my artwork. I like keep like doing a car sale, you know? I'm not looking at the car dealer. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just walking and looking. But then I got this knucklehead over here who's like, hey, what the hell is that? Come here. Wow, this is so cool. Wow, I'm a fucking nerd. Fuck you. That's so crazy. That's so you. I'm a nerd. Fuck you. That's so crazy.
Oh my gosh, the one thing. There was one time that I thought something was cute and you absolutely hated it. And I bought it for you and you hated it.
Yeah, I
the
was like,
one
why?
time.
I've-
I'm never gonna live it down.
I'm never gonna leave it down. No way. Every time as we're driving to an expo or con, we have now like finally in like this perfect sync. Like, listen, this is the phrase. Or you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. When we talk like this, that's when you know. Don't say anything. We're not buying a car.
Yeah.
We're not buying a car.
Just
Don't
the
look.
exact
Don't talk to them.
opposite.
Don't do anything. Don't even
I'm just the
acknowledge them.
opposite.
Don't
I
even
just
look
like
at them.
anything cute. Like, I'm not picky. I don't mind like different styles and stuff. I just like anything cute. So I get excited
can't.
about a lot of stuff.
I can't.
And DMC Crimson, it was a canvas. It was a tiny canvas like this big. And it had the Mario mushroom, the green Mario mushroom on it. And then it said, what did it say again?
I'm a nerd. Something. I don't know. It said
I don't
fucking
remember what it said.
Fucking nerd or something, or nerd fuck.
I don't remember. I don't remember what it said.
Clay
But
has
he
it
like
now.
absolutely hate.
Yeah, I was like, that was so stupid. Why would you put? It's just a little tiny painting with a green mushroom on it, and it just says nerdy. Oh, nerdy as fuck.
Nerdy as fuck. That's right.
And I was like, that is so stupid. They're like watching and like, oh my god, that's my artwork. No. Like, sorry.
No, it was cute. He just was grumpy about it. I liked it. I bought it anyway, so they still profit.
You can call it whatever you want. But I am very picky at it. And it's like, oh, look at how cute this is. And it's like, I'm looking at like, one eye is fucking smaller than the other. There's a little scratch on the side.
I thought it was cute.
And it's just like all this stuff.
No,
I'm not going to talk about what it is. But I'm just saying.
I'm going to talk about it.
I'm going to talk about it.
So we were at we were at Sabo 10. I was looking for something Kobayashi. So I love Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I was looking for something and I was having a really hard time. And finally, this one girl, her stand caught my eye. She had this little stand of Elma and it's like this big and it's a drawing of Elma. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I want it. And he just kind of looked at me and didn't say anything. And I was like, I'm going to go get it. So I went and got it. And I bought it, and as we're walking away, he's like, "Why did you get this? This is so ugly. Look at
It's
that eye. The
so
one eye is bigger than the other, and look, this
it's
color and blah."
so
Totally
ugly.
ripped it apart in the middle of the floor as we're walking away, just completely ripped it apart. And I was
So
like, I just
ugly.
bought this, so let me just, put it in my bag after now I
Oh,
see every
by
single
the
flaw
way,
that you pointed out.
yeah, by the way, I was really happy she gave you a bag. Oh no! She didn't give you a bag. She
He
gave you a
wasn't the
thing that was
nicest person
upright.
ever. I get that, but
You can tell a lot from someone's artwork. From doing this for so many years, you just see art and then you can tell from the person. You know? So maybe they're
well,
super kind-hearted and like, I'm trying to make a difference. Well, listen here. You got to keep working on your artwork cuz it's not making a difference right now. I'm not buying
to
it.
you, but I'm different about artwork. Like I said, I like anything that's cute. I'm not
I
picky
can't.
about it. It doesn't take me 4 hours to decide that I want to buy one painting that I end up not even putting up, that I just put in a sleeve and put away. I don't do that. I buy what I like, what I think is cute.
I I'm more like if I want something related to a show or a game I want, if they don't have it, tough fucking luck. I'm not gonna like push myself. Like I'll
Wow.
take it. I'll take whatever the fucking pins. I'll
That
take
was
them.
the thing. But I wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, well, this is all that's here, so I'm gonna get it." It was like I
Yeah,
genuinely thought it was cute. And then you pointed out every single flaw,
oh
and I was like,
gosh.
"Okay, well, never mind."
Yeah,
I did so I'm gonna end it here because I'm just gonna argue with you. But
you can, yeah,
DMC,
we
you
can
mentioned the
argue as
panels.
much as you want. We can
No,
argue as
well,
much as you want, but the
all
point
subject.
is, one second. The point is, sorry, my back was itchy. The point is, you just have,
Oh.
it's just something like it. It's kind of like reading a book, like how you don't like loud noises, like Name of the Wind. You know, you just can't enjoy that, right?
Oh my gosh.
Because you've been
Mm-mm.
reading, you have so much like reading under your belt, right? And like you
Mm.
know, like this is terrible. How is this possible, right? And like I love that book. I'm like, I think this book is
Mm.
cute. I don't know what you're talking about. You can shit talk as much as you want. I think this book is super cute, right? The point is, I'm not saying I'm like a fucking elite. Well, I am a pretty elite. I'm not gonna lie there. I'm not saying like I know better than anyone about artwork. I'm just saying I've read so much books that when I see the book you're pointing at, I think it's terrible and I think it's a waste of your time. But if you want to buy that bad book, you buy that bad book and read as much as you want. That's all. Catch what I'm saying? Catch what I'm saying?
So
Because
ridiculous. Yes, I get it. I get it.
yeah, again,
Okay.
I'm not completely shit talking to you about it, but it's like, god
Not
damn,
completely.
that is such an ugly ass book. Like it's like a middle
Whatever.
school kid
Totally
wrote it.
ruined
It's
it
so
for
bad. It
me.
was so bad. I was like so shocked. Like you couldn't just wait to see it everywhere. Like man, that's. I mean, like I'm again, like you made that person's day by buying that, but at the same time, it's like fuck, dude, that is not there is like there are people that will draw a fucking like what was it? I have it's somewhere around here. I have a picture of Yu Yu Hakusho where they have the complete first two seasons in one artwork. And it has all
Yeah.
the characters and it's like holy shit, dude. That
Yeah,
fucking
but that
goes
was
into
like
immense
exceptional level.
exactly. Why would
Yeah,
I
but like not everything that's good is exceptional level.
No,
Doesn't
of
have to
course
be
not.
exceptional to
Sometimes I
to
mean
be
look at these.
special or nice.
Look at these little tiny like you can't really see them, but there's these little tiny Mario. There's a Luigi with a vacuum. He's looking nervous. He's got a little ghost. This tiny little print. I must have paid like $20, $15 for both of these, right? Tiny, small, insignificant, right? And yet, I think they're a masterpiece. This
DMC, I think you
Batman.
phrased it well. No,
Coming
I
bad to
think
you. It's not
DMC
a
phrased
fact.
it well.
It's
Yeah,
not a fact. It's a
that's
fact, dude.
true.
Do you want to see it? Because I'm
But
not showing it. You have to come over one day. I'm not showing. I'm
no,
never gonna show it on stream because then it's
we
gonna be
are
like I
missing
support it.
stuff. We're missing stuff in chat. So I wanted to say, so DMC, you were talking about the panels. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of panels that they have there as well. So you're right. I do remember that FanFusion just have
You
a
would
lot
in
of
the eye of
anime
the
panels as
beholder.
well. The panel I really wanted to go see at Saboten, they had one where they were talking about why Rem is the best waifu, and I really wanted to go to that one, but I didn't. I would have won that one. I would have been awesome that one.
Was there really?
So I wanted that. Yeah, there was, and I wanted to go see, or I
It
wanted to
was
go to it, but
why Rem is the best waifu?
yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
about
that.
yeah.
Oh,
It looked awesome, but no, I'm not good at panels. I don't like just sitting and listening. I'm a talker, so I'd want to talk.
we know.
Uh,
We're saying that right
thanks,
now. We're getting a full taste. She's like, I think I'm
thanks.
gonna start streaming next week too. Like, uh-oh. Welcome to
There you
my
go.
anime figures. Let's talk. Like, oh boy. Well, she's gonna do better than me anyways. She'll become Twitch partner before I'll even like come close to hitting 30 average. She'll become a Twitch partner. Bet money she will, dude. Bet money she'd become a
No.
Twitch partner first.
So, Neko mentioned a few different figures. The full set of Voltron lions, that's really cool. Those are really cool. The Voltron lions, like that's really awesome. I only watched a little bit of, I think what the new version we watched. I
Whose
think if I
question are you
remember.
reading?
A Voltron.
Whose question are you
Ne-
reading?
no, Neko says that have the
But I
he
do
has
have
the
a
full
full set
set
of
of
yeah. I had to
Voltron.
scroll up.
Mhm.
Do you not see the other
Yes.
ones?
Well, yeah, we
Okay.
missed a
I
ton
was
of
like,
stuff.
wait,
We're
where are
going
we?
back.
Are you like
I'm
I was
going
wondering
back.
if you couldn't see people's stuff again. That's why.
No, we just missed a
Okay.
ton. And then
Yeah.
Doyen says a bookcase like the one that
Uh,
you have full of Saint Seiya figures. Okay.
oh, the
Yeah,
Zodiac
I have the
ones.
same. That one's good too.
I like Ronin
Uh,
Warriors better. Just saying. Ronin Warriors way better. Sorry. It's only bad to
um,
you. It's not a fact. Shut up. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That person must have a black eye then. That's very true. Art isn't meant to be perfect. Yes, it is meant to be perfect. Because that character in my eyes is perfect. So if I even fucking dare see someone ruin
yes.
a picture of my fucking goddess, my waifu, I will be like, I'm gonna need to
Oh
see the
my gosh.
manager, please. I'm gonna need to see a
Oh my
manager.
gosh.
You can draw anybody you want. Do not ever look at this character again. I had such listen.
Oh
I
gosh. No, let's not go into this
you
again.
know what
We
I'm
just
talking
got
about?
away from the
You know what I'm talking
topic.
about? The Batman one,
I don't
right?
know. Oh, yes.
I was so excited when Batman Arkham Knight was announced with this mysterious Batman. I was like, man, I bet it's Red Hood. I bet it's Red Hood, right? When we went to Phoenix Comic Con that year, there was a guy selling all these like DC comic stuff or DC posters, and there was the Red Hood, and I was like, oh shit, that looks so sick. And so I'm talking to this guy like, yeah, dude, I'm like super excited for our Arkham Knight, like, oh yeah, I'm like super pumped. Do you know what I'm talking? Like, what's your like idea of Red Hood? Oh, I don't know, dude. I just draw them. You,
Yeah,
what?
I do
You
agree
just
with you
draw them?
there.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just drew. He didn't really. I don't really know much about these. I just draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they look cool. And like, I think after
Yeah.
that, it just skyrocketed. Like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking really look into artwork because now I'm gonna fucking be an elitist out of this. I could not believe I got my
I
hopes up
get
and I
that.
gave this guy money. I'm like, fuck, dude. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's such a great picture, but to know the artist like doesn't really fucking care, all of a sudden that picture does not look good.
Yeah, I definitely get that. It feels different when the artist actually has a connection with what they're drawing,
Yeah.
and it means more because you're like, yeah, this person was just excited about or love this character as much as I do, and it was great to connect with them on this. It adds like good memories to that piece
Yeah.
of artwork. So I do get that. I totally get
Now I
that.
have it and I look
I
at it, I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, what an ugly picture now. It's like reading a
It's still
James
a good
Patterson book.
picture.
It's like reading one of those James Patterson books, only to find out
Oh my
he
gosh.
never wrote it. What? His name's right on it. Someone wrote it for him. It's just his name's on it.
That's totally different. I don't
What?
know if anyone else knows this, but
What?
James Patterson doesn't actually write most of his books. He has a
He go-
ghostwriter,
he
and then he just puts his
ghostwrites
name on it. It's frustrating.
it? My
But
James Patterson.
no.
I love James Patterson shirt. No. Are you sure? Um, to go back a little bit more, CFG Game says, do you like Do you like to talk to
Yes.
people? Or we're talking right now. Next question. But yeah,
No, at cons, he
yeah.
said.
I
He said
mean,
at cons.
I don't mind. I
Um,
don't mind talking to people, but like
I don't.
if I know they
Yeah.
have good taste, no offense to them. I mean, I'll be nice. I'll be
Yeah.
nice. Like, oh, that's a really nice cosplay you got there.
I think, yeah, I think it depends. Like when we were at Sabaton, there was one girl I saw who was dressed up as Kana from Kobayashi. Didn't see any other Kobayashi. Like, and she was all by herself, but she had the cutest cosplay of Kana. And like her, I would have walked up and been like, oh my gosh, let's talk about Kobayashi for hours. Like, definitely would have talked to her. But yeah, I think it just kind of depends on the people. Um, but the next one was con rave parties. I have never been to a con rave party. Have you?
Me? No, I've never been.
Yeah.
No way. Why the hell would I be at a rave party? It's like 9 p.m. Like, look, late night Tanami starts in like 2 hours. I gotta go home.
Can't miss this episode.
2012 would have been like, I remember at Anime Expo, I stayed late for one thing, and it was to watch, dude, what was that drill anime? The drill anime. What's that drill anime? I'm gonna pierce through the heavens. What's that show called? Gurren Lagann. They had an OVA, and they were gonna play it right there for the first time, and like my ride was like, I'm staying late. I'm gonna sit here and watch this. Like, dude, I want to fucking go back to the hotel. Get a bus. I'm fucking watching this. Dude, seriously? So we stayed there and watched it. I was like, fuck. Great OVA, but what a dick. Great OVA. His middle name is Conrad. You got me, dude. You got me, dude.
Nico, you said you don't like people, so it's tough. Yeah, there are some people, like there was at Sabaton again when we were waiting in line, there was a guy, a couple people behind us, and I don't remember what he was talking about, but he was basically like bad-mouthing people who didn't like a show or something like that. And like something like that, I'd be like, nah, I don't want to talk to you. Like you're special. Like I don't want to talk to you. But yeah, I think it's like it's hard because you have to find the right people to talk to. Like for me, and Tony, you mentioned this before. I have like no one to talk about all my anime stuff with. And I'll tell Tony, we have to watch this show. And then I'll get him to watch it 2 years later, Rising of the Shield Hero. Literally 2 years after I watched it.
Ah, come on.
Then...
No way 2 years. I don't believe that.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It came out in, I think it was 2018.
Don't make me look it up.
Because I watched it when it came. I'm looking it up.
Let's look it up, everybody. Rise of the Shield Hero. When did it come out? Anime. When did it come out? Bet money. 2020. Come on. 2019. You didn't start watching this anime stuff till 2020.
January 2019.
You didn't start watching 2019. Nah.
It was January. Yes, because I watched it episode by episode. Yes, I
did. No. You didn't start watching till 2020.
No,
you had nothing to do.
No, I watched it before we went to COVID stuff.
When did you get Crunchyroll?
I've had it for years. I even have it. Let me see. I think it tells me my...
Yeah, look it up.
I'm looking.
I bet you got it in 2020. Oh my god. Oh my god, it would be so awesome.
For years. I've had it
If you got it in 2020, I'm gonna fucking... Everyone, if it turns out it's in 2020, everyone's getting a sub. Everyone's getting a sub. If she got it in 2020, everyone's getting a sub. I'm already in August of 2020.
Okay. And that was when we watched Food Wars.
Yeah.
Keep going. In August of 2020. I'm still scrolling.
Yeah, keep scrolling. If she got...
I'm in 2018. I'm in 2018, and that's when we watched Goblin Slayer.
Wait a minute. What? We were just at 2020 August. How are we at 2018?
Scrolled. 11/26/2018
what did you do? Like,
is when we watched the first episode. Yeah, it scrolls. I can see my history. 11/26/2018 is when we watched the first episode of Goblin Slayer.
God, that was a good show. Damn it! I was really hoping to give everyone a sub. That sucks. Sorry, everybody.
Dang it, CFG, if I say it's 2020, can I still get that statue? Will you buy it for me? I'll say it's 2020. I'll delete my history.
Nope, sorry.
Dang it.
Sorry. That's my name. She went full on Sonic. Yeah, she's like, shoom! Hold on, shoom! There's only 2020 and 2018, but she's not saying 2019. She literally said, wait, where's 2019?
Go back up.
Yeah,
no, so November 2018 is when I watched my first episode at Crunchyroll.
Okay, but
that's what it has.
What's going on in 2019?
Okay, I'm looking. Hold on.
There's like no.
Oh, I actually don't have a lot. No, I literally don't have anything in 2019. I'm not even kidding you. I jumped from 12/23/2018 to 7/3/2020. All of 2019, I didn't use Crunchyroll, apparently.
I wonder what that means. I wonder what that means.
You know what? Okay, yeah, because I was watching Zombieland Saga, and then the next thing I watch is I can't understand what my husband is saying, and that's that otaku one.
Yes. So
yeah, apparently the whole year, I don't know what I was doing in 2019.
So that means
I don't. Maybe I was watching something else. Maybe I was watching it on something else.
So when were you watching Rise of Hero?
Let me see. Let me find it.
Looks like everyone's getting a sub. Looks like everyone's getting a sub.
I'm finding it.
Everyone's getting a sub.
Let's see. There's ReZero and there's Food Wars. No, wait a second. No. It jumps from Food Wars to Mr. Love. It's somewhere here.
Okay. Moment of silence, please. Moment of silence. She's looking. She can't find it.
I am looking.
Oh gosh, you're gonna cost me a lot. I owe all these people subs now. Everyone that talks right now is gonna get a sub because we watched Shield Hero.
No, you know why?
Why?
Because we rewatched it, so now it's back up at 2021. So it won't show me when I last watched it, or when I first watched it, because it shows me when I last watched it.
The last episodes. We didn't finish watching the last episodes because you already watched those.
It's not showing me them. I don't know. It's not showing me them.
Because we didn't watch the last three because we had already watched the last three the first time you watched it. Whatever. Everyone's getting subs. It doesn't matter. I was right. Just say. Say I was right. Say I was right.
Could have watched it on Funimation.
Say I was right. Say I was right. I gotta hear it.
I don't know, because I didn't watch it on Funimation because I only have Funimation because I had Anime Lab, and I only got Anime Lab like, I don't know, 6 months ago, when we got our VPN. So no, I don't know. Are you going to watch Komi Can't Communicate? Yes, I am. I've heard good things about that manga. I've been wanting to read the manga, and then they were like, surprise, it's, now an anime. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I am going to watch it. Yeah, because it has the first time we watched Fushugi Yugi in 2020.
That's a
at
good
the end of last year.
That's a good one too. I wish you had watched more, but that one gets like really sad really fast. Fugi Yugi. Fuji Yugi Woogie.
Came out yesterday. Yes, I saw that it did. I might wait a little bit to watch it though, just so I can get into it. Since I don't know anything about it, I wanted to wait a little bit. So you're a big anime. Have you read Berserk? No, I have not read Berserk. From what I understand, Berserk is super gory. I'm not a big gore fan. I can't really do gore. I mean, ReZero is like my limit. So ReZero is a little gory. And that's like right where I ended. I'm not good with gore. I'm kind of a baby. So yeah. I have heard good things about it though, Lasercat. Everyone always talks about Berserk. Maybe I'll give it a try at some point. Right now, if you like Goblin Slayer, Berserk is like, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, I'll have to I mean, is it more gory than Goblin Slayer? Goblin Slayer was a little gory though, if I remember right?
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely gory.
Okay. Okay. Don't watch Future Dire or Scroll Days. Okay. Are those super gory, Neko? Are those really gory ones? I don't know if I could do this. um, let's
What
see.
else is here?
Right
Laser
now,
Cat. DMC Crimson.
it's not super gory. Let me see.
Hey, don't
Oops.
thank me. Thanks 2020.
I'm still looking. I'm still looking.
It's alright.
Because
I'm
now
already
I'm just
paying all these people. It's okay. I win. Just let me have
I'm
this.
still looking.
Just let me have this. Alright. Did we miss anybody? Thanks 2020. Don't forget to say thanks 2020, everybody. Say thanks 2020. Make sure you say thank you 2020. I didn't do it.
It's not going to make you.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for the gift sub 2020. Yep, thanks 2020. Is that everyone? Did everyone get their gift sub? Thanks everybody. Be good people. Hell yeah, dude. 2020 is the best. Well, no, it wasn't. It was really shitty. I'm gonna say it was French. Omelette de fromage. Yes, omelette du fromage. Let's hold up a big glass of milk. Thanks, Taylor. Really, just shout outs to you, Taylor.
I'm super curious.
Thanks. Big glass milk for you, Taylor. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're not gonna find the answer. We all. That's okay. It's over. We win. That's that. Oh boy.
No, I will find it.
It's okay. Dude, man, being in a relationship is the best. It really is. There's nothing like it, dude. There's nothing like it. It's so good.
I can't find it. I don't know.
Gosh. You're gonna have like 3 hours of footage. You know that, right?
I know. I just saw the time.
Yeah. It literally was a podcast, and then it was just talking to chat. Way to go.
Well, wait. So that actually reminds me. We were talking about mangas.
When?
So
like 8 questions ago.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say, because Laser Cat was recommending Berserk to me, so I'll have to try that. Right now, what's the manga I'm reading? Oh, right now I am reading The Girl from the Other Side. Totally recommend it.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
That?
Yeah.
Okay. Totally recommend this one. It's kind of like Ancient Magus Bride, but it's more like curse and dark and stuff. Totally recommend that one. So I'm reading that one right now. Yeah. Oh, Neko asked, what was the first anime series either of you bought? Do you mean manga? I think you might mean manga. And that was, so for me, Tony actually bought me my first one, and it was called Takane and Hana.
For manga.
And it was a romance one. Yeah.
And my first one was issue 11 of Love Hina. I skipped because I was in middle school.
Randomly.
Yeah, I didn't skip. I didn't do it randomly. I saw nudie chicks, and I wanted nudie chicks.
Oh, you mean anime DVD? Oh.
Anime DVD? Oh, that's a great. My first anime VHS was Nurse Nanaku. Nurse Nanaku. It had 2 episodes, episodes 1 and 2. Nurse, and that was my first waifu. The Amazing Nurse Nanaku. That was my first waifu. Oh, gosh. Reminisce. That is a giant titty monster. You don't want to look at this.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. It is the pinnacle of 90s anime, girls. Holy shit. I have to go back and watch the show. I have only watched 2 episodes, and that was like in middle school.
That's like not even realistic. Whose boobs are that pointy?
When you're turned on all the time when you're around me, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Come on.
That's like so.
That's
wow, it is super sexual. She's like naked most of the time.
That's the best. Hello,
wow,
you would. Nurse. That's my first one I ever bought.
That's so funny.
I can't. My mom actually had friends that did bootleg, so I got like Ninja Scroll, and that anime is awesome. Holy shit! Like the artwork and stuff for Ninja Scroll is really good. It's like full on, like um, samurai fighting demons. It's so good. Not Ninja Scroll like the Resurrection one that I was talking about with the three ninjas. That's sacred weapons. That
Mm.
that anime scarred me because there's a scene where I've never I've never watched at that time when I watched it, when I finally got to watch it, I never watched a show that had a character straight up backstab people. It was like so like, oh my god, like really fucked my head.
Mm.
I've never watched something. One of the characters turned out to be like was actually being controlled by a demon, but no one knew it. And like you saw like you had like this young character like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight in the war, and you should come with us. Like, no, we need to go up north, but if you want to go fight, you can go fight. And so the character that betrays us kills that young person. You're like, oh dude, what the fuck? And it just keeps getting worse and worse, and the person ends up dying. But it's like, dude, holy shit, that's really fucked up. And that got stuck in my head for many, many years. I was like, man,
God.
I don't think anything can ever be like that. Could never top anything. How fucked up that was. That was a really fucked up scene, and it was a shitty, like, depressing ending. I have to look it up what it's exactly called. It was such a sad ending. It was like, wow, everyone loses. What the fuck, dude?
I don't like ones like that. I like good endings. At least, closure.
It's, they literally like, nah, fuck this. Even man, there was another one too. It had to do with like Earth. Do you guys? I don't know if anyone knows. This is another old '90s one. It had to do with the war between the Earth dragons and the Heaven dragons. And the Heaven dragons have their team, and then Earth dragon has their team. They both have their own goddess, and both goddesses see the future. And it's like, yeah, we need to stop the other side because if they win, this is how X. Thank you. It's really that's a really fucked up ending too. That I just got goosebumps. I just got goosebumps. That one's actually really sad. It's really fucked up.
Oof,
Yeah.
that sounds rough.
It's like not gory, but man, it was a
Like
lot.
disturbing.
Yeah, it was a lot for me to watch at my early age. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is really fucked up. Holy fuck. Yeah.
Laser Cat, I
dude.
know good endings aren't realistic, but like for me, an anime is not satisfying unless they have like a solid ending. It doesn't have to be like all good, but at least they have like closure. I really like that. I guess I wanted to ask a question then. What do you think is to you, I guess I should say, is the most traumatic scene in an anime that you've experienced?
Most dramatic scene from an anime?
Yeah.
I guess it would have to be. I can't think of anything right now, but it would have to be that backstab from the Ninja Scroll anime. I'm trying to find the title. It was so like you just don't see it coming. You just don't see it coming. And like this character is in half the whole movie. They're completely fine. Everything's cool. And like you just see other characters and the fucking backstabber turn like they have no control of their will. They have no control of it at all. And you just like I was just watching, I was like just like when you have those moments, not even a sigh, it's just like you gotta pause it and just like
Breathe.
that
I
all
get that.
happened way too fast. It's a movie too. It's not a show. It's a movie. So everything's just like,
Keeps
oh my,
going. Yeah.
holy shit, dude, stop. I can't.
Yeah.
Woof.
I think for me, it was actually in ReZero, of course, because everything's ReZero, but there's this scene where and it's hard to really give spoilers in ReZero because you never know what's gonna happen. But there's one scene where the main character, Subaru, has to watch Rem die, and she's basically tortured and stuff, and then he kills himself afterward. And it is
By the way,
set.
the plot for ReZero, not the plot, but the main character has the power that when he dies, everything starts over. Just know
Yeah,
that.
he resets. Yeah, so anyone who hasn't seen it, I'm not spoiling anything. So that's the thing that's like what the whole show is about, is that he it gets transported to this world, and he will like go through life like normal, but then he'll die and he'll like reset at a certain checkpoint. So he has to like do his lives over and over again, do the same, everything happens at the same over and over again. And he has to like do it right, and he doesn't even know how. But so he dies a lot basically. So yeah, so like that's the premise. But this particular scene was just so traumatizing, and not because it was Rem, but just because how he reacts to everything going on and seeing her tortured, and just the fact that he cannot do anything. He literally cannot do anything. He's like messing himself up just trying to go after her, and he's stuck. He can't do anything. And the whole time she's like, it's okay, like it's all right. And then he like she doesn't die, but like she's down on the ground, and he like passes out or something. And then he comes to, and she like had crawled herself to him, and she had hit her hand all like she's bloody, bleeding everywhere. She has her hand on his, and she like just smiles at him, and then she dies. And then seeing him, just the pain that he experiences watching her, and just how like hard it was to see all of that, and that the guy who did that to her purposely left him alive to experience all of that, and then just like him brutally killing himself just to not deal with the pain and reset so she could come back to life. And it was so, that scene made me sob so hard. Just I like, it's like that sobbing where you feel it in your chest, and it's like just that painful sobbing. That was the hardest scene I have ever watched. It was just so rough, but that one will always stay with me, I think.
I guess like if we're gonna talk about like scenes that get you like crying, I mean like
Mhm.
One Piece, the whole
Yeah, that's a
war
different
arc.
kind
Yeah,
though.
I mean
Yeah,
like
that's like
I'm nothing like
sad.
yeah,
Yeah.
nothing like yours, but like I mean trauma wise, I mean
Yeah.
like not I just my like going backwards like wow. But
Yeah.
like tier wise, it would definitely would have to be for like One Piece. There's a lot of scenes in One Piece. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced something where it's like, man, that is just so fucked up sad.
Yeah. I think, and I think it was it NECA, or was it, no, it was Laser Cat. Yeah, that one. That's the one where she gets held up in the air. Yeah, that's exactly the one. That one, it's just rough. Like it is like a heart-wrenching pain. Like you feel that pain that he does. And that to me is like a very traumatizing scene. And I think that scene particularly is why I always say this really is a psychological thriller, because it's so hard to see that kind of thing. So, yeah. Yeah, DMC, yeah, when Ace in One Piece, and then also I think the one that gets me a lot is when they say bye to, is it one two? When they say, when they're sailing away? What is that?
When there's
No, when not, so that one, yes, makes me cry, but DMC, the specific part in One Piece, and I haven't seen all of One Piece. I've only seen little things here
yeah,
and there
we'll
that
watch
Tony showed
arcs
me.
because I want to watch an arc. I'll
Yeah,
watch an arc. And she's like,
yeah,
"What are you
but
watching?" I'm watching One Piece. I'm watching this arc. Like, okay, and she'll stay with me.
yeah.
And then halfway, she's like, "Well, why is she doing this? And what's going on here?" I think it's the Robin scene where Luffy asks Robin, "Does she want to live,
No,
or does she want to come with him,
no,
or something?"
not that
Not that
one.
one.
The one, no, the one where the old lady is beating up Garp and she's crying at the same
Oh,
time.
that's
That
after.
one gets
Yeah,
me.
I got goosebumps. But yeah, that
Yeah.
one's like the desert bandit who raises Luffy
Yeah.
while Garp
It's Luffy.
is in fighting and stuff. But yeah, Garp comes home after the war arc, and she beats the living shit out of him. Man, that
Yeah.
scene gets me every time. It's
Yeah,
just like
me
we
too.
watched we
Just
watched the dub. Fucking insult.
so
It's
bad.
so bad.
It's so bad.
So bad.
You don't
Doesn't
feel
even
anything on the
co-
dub.
doesn't come close, you know? Doesn't come
No.
close. And it's like their lines are so different. Both of them have such
Yeah.
different lines. Cuz it's like the dub version like it just like they are not using the right words to describe how she's feeling and how like why
Yeah.
did he do that? Whereas the Japanese, it just goes like, that person's fucking crying. You can hear it in their throat, and they're like, oh my god, dude. Ugh, fuck.
Yeah.
That shit rips you apart. Especially, I think with One Piece, like, every arc, Ona, like, he just fucking learns. He learns how to make a better arc. Robin, like, the C90 or Waterloo or something. I forgot the arc's name. But that one where you get to meet Frankie, where you finally get to know about Robin's background, fighting Pigeon Man and Luffy. That art is so fucking good. It's like non-stop. You get both. You get both Frankie's background and Robin's, and that fucking scene is so awesome. It's the whole fucking thing is so good. So good. Nami's too, like the whole fucking show is good. I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say. You don't even have to fucking watch all of it. You can just watch arcs. Just watch the arcs, and you'll just be like, dude, I'm hooked. I'm fucking hooked. Okay? That's it. You don't have to watch the beginning. You don't have to watch Zoro's. You don't have to watch when they meet Zoro when he gets fuck. You can watch Sanji's. You can definitely watch Sanji's. You don't have to watch oh man, I'm like skipping on his name right now. Olaf? Olaf. Oh my god. Usopp. There we go. You don't have to watch Usopp. You can just go straight
Usopp.
to you can go straight to Sanji's, and then it goes to Nami's arc.
Yeah.
And then it goes to Chopper's is alright. You can watch Chopper's. I don't know, it's alright. And then you can skip the Air one, dude. Oh, dude, there's so much to watch, dude. There's so much to watch.
You can talk about One Piece permanently. You can just talk about
it's got everything. It really's got everything. Some of the movies are alright, but like, yeah, Internet's Lobby, dude, that arc, Water 7 Saga, everything. It's just all good. It's all good. You cannot go wrong with One Piece. If anyone talks shit about it, if anyone talks shit about One Piece, they never watched it. They never watched it. That's it. I'm not going to be pissed if you've never watched it. You know, like whatever you have to say, it will not affect because you've never watched it. And I don't know, dude. I think Naruto's way better than you've never watched it, dude. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm sorry. You never watched it. Just instantly go, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna just keep
Never
going.
mind.
I know you're gonna keep going. Gonna keep insulting people.
Never mind. I'm gonna keep insulting. Man, fuck you. You're wrong.
We had a lot of people that mentioned their own like traumatizing ones. Let's see. So Neko, you said Saikano. I haven't seen that one. Let's see, seeing at Blockbuster. In JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, seeing the dog get ripped out. Yeah, I can't do dog stuff.
That's 1994. By the way, you know they do a lot of remakes. Like a show like dies out and they bring it back. Like JoJo has a 1990s version. Hunter x Hunter has a 90s version. Yeah. And then they just bring them back with updated art style and actual more story, or they'll clean up like Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. They just take a lot of filler out.
Yeah.
But like some of those 90 ones are still really good. You're missing out.
I can't get into JoJo's. I don't know. I just can't. I can't get into it.
I think you're just intimidated with the like muscular. Everyone's so muscular and they're doing their poses.
I don't like the artwork. No, I just don't like the artwork. I don't know.
It's so good.
I don't know. I'm picky about it. There's like some artwork I don't like.
Oh, really?
But DMC, anything, DMC
Tell me
with
more
anything
about picky artwork.
We're not going into that again. Not going there.
That's crazy.
But DMC, anything with dogs getting hurt, I'm an instant nope. I just shut it off. I can't do it. CFG, worse than Fern Gully. I'm thinking you're talking about the ReZero scene. Yes, it totally was worse. I didn't like Fern Gully. But yes. Something similar called Black Lion. I'm not familiar with that one, are you?
Where's Fern Gully?
That's what CFG asked. Is that scene worse than Fern Gully? I'm assuming the Disney movie or the...
It's not Disney, it's a WB movie.
Okay, WB.
Yeah, it has Robin Williams as the bat.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the scene where the trees get all killed? Like that scene? Where like it's these little fairies, and like they can touch trees,
Uh,
and they can feel
mhm.
like they feel their pain. Like, oh my gosh, this tree just got chopped, and you're like, oh my god. I was like a kid.
Uh,
I was literally in like
yeah.
kindergarten. I was like, oh no, I don't want the trees to hurt. No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different kind of trauma. That's like when you were a kid and you're
Black.
watching something
What's
horrible.
Black
It's
Lion?
different. Yeah, Black Lion, I'm not familiar with. Let me look at this one.
Well, don't Google it because you just get a black lion. Is that an anime? What is this?
I did the same thing.
There's an anime called Black Lion. Looks like he fights a robot. Good for you, Black
Fear the
Lion.
Black Lion?
Yu
I'll
Yu
have to look at
Hakushu.
that
All
one.
right, I love where this is going.
Let's see, Ace
Hell
in One
yeah.
Piece. We talked about that. Saikano. I'll have to look at Saikano. And another one that got me was Monster. I don't know that one either. Not that one. Oh, Black Lion. Okay, I see the pictures for Black Lion. Don't give him Nami. The One Piece dub opening. Lobby arc, yes.
Wait, One Piece
One
opening?
Piece.
What is he talking? What's that?
Lasercat said that One Piece dub opening is godlike.
Don't give up, man. That One Piece dub. Oh gosh, it is. It's so catchy. They censored the fuck out. Like the one, like to get like, how can we get people into? How can we get these kids into anime One Piece? Like, how can we get that? Let's just write a fucking jingle, and the whole intro is just talking about like what One Piece is. They're like, oh, who's this? That's Luffy. He's gonna be king of the pirates. Yeah, something. Gotta go.
I think I know which one
I
you're
showed it
talking
to you. I was
about.
like,
Yeah.
what am I watching? They're literally explaining it to me. So even parents are like, oh, okay, so that's Sanji. He likes to kick, and Zoro, he's a sword master, and Luffy, wow. Why is he like that? Uh-oh, he took a bite of gum. Gotta go. I was like, what the hell is happening?
You know what has a really good intro is the Rising of the Shield Hero. That intro song, it's so good. You just want to dance to it. And then Jujutsu Kaisen, the first season outro, or not the first season, the first half. Yeah, you do. You just dance to it. It's cute. It's awesome.
Did Jujutsu Kaisen come out in 2021 or 2020?
I
feel like that was
one. Let me see.
That show deserves to win like more Oscars. That show should be amazing. Like. That is. I don't know why that.
Sorry.
I don't know why that show is not like even higher.
2020.
It's like the present. It's like today's Naruto. Even though we have Boruto, we don't need Boruto.
Yeah, it's huge.
But like,
it's awesome.
That's it. Like, that's all you need. Like, I don't know why that. I don't know why Demon Slayer is more popular than Jujutsu Kaisen.
I think it had more time to be as popular as it is now. You know, I think in a couple of years maybe Jujutsu might be. But sorry, Bill's barking at the door.
It's all right,
but they're actually making a movie for Jujutsu now. They're making a new movie that's coming out soon. So that one's going to be good. But Jujutsu came out 2020. Oh.
Hey,
what's going on? But yeah, definitely recommend Jujutsu. The ending of like the first part of the season is amazing. It's a great ending. It's a perfect song. You just listen to it on repeat over and over again. But yeah, that one's really good. Let's see. Do you know it's crazy to think that I was just still talking about Jujutsu, recommending it, and then the ending. CFG says, "Do you know it's crazy to think that the One Piece is 2 years younger than Final Fantasy VII?"
Yeah, I saw that one.
Interesting. Okay. DMC, watch the current anime. It's different, but the main point still happen in JoJo. Yeah, JoJo is super popular too. I can't get into the artwork.
Wait,
can't.
Demon Slayer's manga is complete? Like it's
done? I think they just recently finished it.
Like there's no more? Like it's done?
I think so. If I remember right, I think they just announced that.
I'm sorry, I don't usually get to hear it's complete. I'm a One Piece fan. I think Hunter x Hunter fans are right there with me, but that is just a weird phrase to say. Yeah, it's done. It's complete. That's
Yeah, I think it was.
huh. So that means why aren't we getting the anime faster? What's taking so fucking long?
Because they're doing movies and then they're gonna do a season that is basically the movie.
Yeah,
So
can we like hurry up?
I
Once
know.
this is the scary stuff about like One Piece, you know, like it's going for so long that if any of the God forbid, any of the actors die, it's gonna be hard to watch the rest of it. So
Yeah.
like once something's done, like it's done, the manga's all done. We gotta fucking wrap this shit up. We gotta get all the voice actors to read this shit. I don't want anyone to die. Like,
Yeah.
not an anime at all. But this is completely off subject. Okay, not an anime, but Avatar: The Last Airbender, when Uncle dies,
Oh
or when
yeah.
Uncle's voice actor passed away, and they have to
Uncle
get another
Iroh, yeah.
person.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking like, it's just a whole different energy.
Yeah.
And like they like cut this guy's lines immensely because it's not him anymore. And it's like, dude,
Yeah. And you
that
can tell.
show, yeah, that show got like it was wrapped up quick. And it's like, fuck my life. I cannot believe we lost this. I hate that shit.
Yeah. That was
Some of the
rough.
actors have died in yeah, I know. One of the admirals died. He was my favorite admiral too, the light admiral. He was my favorite one
Oh
and he
yeah, you've
died.
done that
That
guy.
sucked.
No.
It sucks.
Um, let's see, Neko, you're talking about Saikana and Monster. Both of those sound really interesting. Monster definitely seems dark. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that one. That one actually sounds really good. Sounds disturbing. DMC Crimson was effed up. Yeah, sounds disturbing, but I'm interested in it. CFG says the one that got me was Voices from a Distant Star. That one either. Let's see.
You happy? Look, you're making everyone go back through the drama here. They're gonna like
Sorry,
after this, they're gonna
sorry.
go look it up and watch it again. Like, oh my god,
No.
fuck, dude.
Uh, yeah.
I
The
know
one
I'm
who
gonna go
trapped
back
Darling
and
in the
watch.
Right.
I'm gonna definitely go back and watch
Watch
Wrath
all
the
of them.
Ninja, and be like, that's what it's called, Wrath the Ninja. I'm gonna go back and watch Wrath the Ninja
Okay.
and watch that backstab part. Like, no, dude,
Oof.
don't do this to me. This is a fucked up scene.
I know I need to catch up on ReZero, so I want to go back a little bit, and I'm gonna have to go back to that scene, and I'm not looking forward to it. So I get it. CFG, you said Darling in the Franxx. I actually really want to watch that one. That one's next on my list. Um, the original English opener of Dragon Ball. I actually don't know that one.
It's really
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, it's like, what's the show about? Dragon. Oh, a Dragon Ball Z. Like, oh, okay. What else is? Ah! And they're like just yelling, and everyone's yelling. I'm like, what's going on? And people are actually yelling. Ah!
I believe that Dragon Ball.
What? What's
That's all I
happening?
do.
Yeah, it's nuts. I can't believe. I'm pretty sure you've
That's so
had the
funny.
scene. I've had it showed to you.
Probably. I don't know if anyone has seen Reincarnated as a Slime, but they make fun of Dragon Ball in like the later episodes, and it's hilarious. Do you remember
Like
that
it.
scene?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. How can you not? They even make a reference to Street Fighter. How do you like not?
Yeah.
That
Funny.
time I got Reincarnated as Slime, super good.
It's a good show. Yeah.
That one's really good. It's just a solid show. And
Yeah.
then Rise of Shield Hero. Those are my two current gen fave. Oh no, cause Fire Force is good too. Jujutsu Kaisen's really
Yeah.
good. They're all
You
good.
liked So I'm a Spider.
So I'm a Spider. So what? That's a just
Yeah.
that is a fantastic
good one.
title. I put all my points in
let's talk about
defense.
titles. Yeah, that one's good too.
That
I
one's
have
good
to talk
too.
about these titles though. If we're talking about new gen versus old gen, these titles lately, they just crack me up. There is one I just learned about this one today. I put it on my to watch list, and it's called "The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an Aristocrat." That is the full name, and it's
One
like,
more
oh my
time.
god.
One more time. Wait, pause, and then give us the title.
Okay. The title is "The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an Aristocrat." That is the full title. The whole thing. And then you have "So I'm a Spider, So What?" Then you have "Bo Furry, I was scared of getting hurt, so I maxed out my defense." You have "That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime," "The Rising of the Shield Hero." there's this other one that I have been wanting to watch, and it's called The Fruit of Evolution. Before I knew it, my life had it made. Like, these are just so insanely long titles. There's so many of them that Crunchyroll actually, and I'm waiting for my box right now, but their little monthly like Loot Crate box is called Swelter, and it's animes with ridiculously long names. Like, that's their theme, and it cracks
I
me up.
know. I know the theme for our next podcast. My fiance is into anime, so she buys anime figures all the time. The show, the manga, the book series.
There you go.
Wait,
The
so is it
the talk show.
the podcast? So is it a manga? Well, it's a podcast.
Yes, DMC,
huh.
Is It Wrong to Date Girl? Yes, that one too. That one's
Is it wrong to
ridiculously
date
long.
Girls in dungeons? Yeah, it is wrong. Stop
That
picking up
one's
girls in dungeons. What's wrong with you?
That's a good one, that too. Let's see. There are so many. I have like so many on mine. And then it's funny, you have ones like Platinum End, that one just came out, or Tack Off Destiny, or Sakugan. That's another one I want to watch. But it's like, then you have like these
Bakugan?
little ones. It's called Sakugan. And
Oh,
actually, I
not
think
as good
you're
as
interested in it.
Bakugan, but all right.
No.
You
And
know,
then like they have, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just remember that, like, you're watching shows with like actual story, and like, oh wow, this guy gets reincarnated as a slime, and like Bakugan and like Beyblade were literally about children's toy. I just remember
Huh.
those. Those
Yeah.
were such shit shows I watched as a child. I cannot believe I literally spent hours watching some kid play with a tabletop, spinning it, and you're like, the story in Reincarnate Slime is so good, the character development's all that, and I'm over here like, man, that Beyblade, which dragon was it? Which metal did he use? Man, that's a good Beyblade. Holy
So
fuck.
crazy.
The characters
That's
in the
so
Reincarnation
crazy.
Slime are really good. There's Shion, there's
Yeah.
Benny, there's the, and I'm over here again like, what color was my favorite? I think it was the blue Blade. They were all like 12, and they're all like, yeah, now we installed this like this small child genius. I don't know. What a weird
That's so
show.
funny.
What a fucked up
Yeah.
anime. Holy fuck.
Neko, Slime Diaries. Slime Diaries. Yes, I
You
did
are
watch
checking-
Slime Diaries. I know,
Been
I was like,
checked
I'm
out.
like trying not to go too far back.
been
Spider
checked
Without Subs. Spider Without Subs in Japanese. You know, it's funny. I actually, when I first started watching So I'm a Spider, So What, I actually was not interested in it. Like the first 2 episodes, I was like, oh, this is kind of rough. The only part that made me crack out, oh my gosh, so loud. I was laughing so hard. I was watching it in subtitles. And there's this part where she's like running away from her mom. And she's like all exhausted and she goes, oh Jesus. And it's so hilarious because it's all in Japanese, and then all of a sudden, oh Jesus. And it just cracked me up. And that's what got me hooked on the show. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be hilarious. And then like as things go on and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a mystery here and stuff, then I got super into it. But yeah, that was really funny.
Well,
But-
look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's time to clock out.
Oh wow. It
Yeah,
really
she
is.
has been talking it up. She's like, finally, some guys that would actually listen.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking one, team. Thanks for taking one. This was the plan all along. I've actually been watching my favorite shows right now. Thanks a lot,
Wait,
everybody.
let's end it. Let's end it with that. Like I want to maybe mention our favorite ones and then what we want to watch. Let's just do what we want to watch. What next ones are on our list?
I don't have anything on my list. I don't know. I have no
Lame.
idea like that's out. I don't know. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, like everything that's out is out. It's like whatever's on your wish list. Like, well, I mean, I guess I'm excited for a show I've never watched before, but it's got a great description. I don't know.
Yes, that's what it is.
Is that
If
a
it
title?
looks interesting, or if
Oh.
the trailer, no,
Oh, I
or if
thought
the
you said it
trailer looks
is.
interesting, no, but that's how you decide.
Yeah, One Piece fans
No,
don't
but-
watch other animes. We can't
There you
catch up.
go.
There's so much One Piece.
You can never catch up. Why keep going? No, I think you would like Sakugan, and that has to do with like mechs and stuff. So I think that one would be interesting.
Bakugan?
Yeah, it's called Sakugan.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if anyone else is watching. I think I saw a couple people mention it. The Tacked Off Destiny. That one is pretty good. I've watched only the first episode so far. So that one looked pretty good. So that one's on my watch list. Um, Definitely The World's Finest Assassin, blah blah blah. I want to watch that one. The Faraway Paladin, I've heard good things about. The Fruit of Evolution one, I've even. Tokyo Revengers. I have been wanting to watch Tokyo Revengers as well. I've been waiting on that one too, but that one is super popular. I've been wanting to see that one. I've heard good things on that one too. Um, let's see. I have so many on my watch list. So many I want to see. Um,
The next
it has
time,
a bop.
I'm just thinking the next time I stream, these guys are all gonna come back and be like, "Hey, is Taylor around? We want to talk about this anime we watched over the weekend." It's like, "You guys, we're playing Metroid Dread." Boo! We want to talk about anime. You guys are the worst.
Well, I'll be around. Miru-chan. I haven't that one. Let me see. I don't know what Miru-chan. I can't know if I'm saying that right. On Funimation. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look it up.
Boo, it's anime time.
There's so many.
Boo.
I was so bummed today because when Crunchyroll was down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on Funimation and I'll work on my wish list there. It took so flipping long to load that I gave up, and I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this anymore because it just took so long. So I was so bummed. So hopefully Funimation works better for me so I can go see things. No way. I'll be around, guys. I'll be around. I actually thought you were talking about Miruko-chan or something like that. That scary one. That one looks good, but it looks scary at the same time. So I kind of want to see it, but I'm scared of being scared. So I don't know if I want to see that one. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. It looks pretty intense. Look into Verve. Yeah, that actually might be a good idea. I'm curious if they have stuff that the other places don't. I'm curious what's in there. So you have seen it? It's not bad? Okay. If it's not too scary, then maybe I'll watch it.
I'm scared already. Hey, listen,
Yeah, it
everybody.
looks super scary.
We gotta wrap things up. I don't care if she wants to keep talking, but we need to wrap it up. You're gonna have to save it for another talk. Listen,
Thank
Taylor.
you, Echo.
Taylor, thanks so much for coming here talking with us about anime, all that stuff. Hey, do me a solid, you guys, huh? Do me a solid, because if it wasn't for Taylor, you guys wouldn't have those subs. Check out her YouTube channel, follow her on Twitter or whatever. If you guys want to harass her there, by all means. She's trying to make more YouTube videos to talk about anime figures. And now that she knows she has an audience where she could talk about all her fan theories about ramming the main character.
No.
Ram is ramming.
No, oh my
Sorry.
gosh. No,
Anyways,
don't make it weird.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have no idea if it got edited big time or, whatever you're watching, however long the video is. But thanks so much for watching. And thanks a lot for sticking around for the stream and whatnot. So thank you guys very much. We'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and like and post and comment down below. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.